Hello, everyone! Welcome to yet another exciting chapter of A Tale D20 presents Descent into the Void, Campaign 2, where five friends journey together to tell a story of mythic proportion. And it looks like Zeki disappeared temporarily, so let's
Oh,
just get him
no.
back in there.
Jeez. Oops.
Ghosty.
I summon the power of the Zektown. Rise, arise! And there you are.
I am indeed here.
Awesome sauce. So, how are we all doing this fine Sunday? Hope you're all doing well. How are your weeks? Travis, how was your week?
Fantastic. It was a nice, quiet, easy week. We had a U.S. holiday here, and I had some vacation. So got to swim and relax and a little tanner. So I'm happy about that. How about everyone else?
Yeah. I as well as Zeki. I know we were all three of us at your 4th of July barbecue, which was fantastic and so much fun. So thanks for having us over. It was nice to hit the pool. Did you have a good time, Zach?
Oh, I had a magnificent time.
Fantastic. The rest of your week go well?
It was okay. It was a week. This morning I organized all my records, which took a few hours and was a good time.
I feel like that does sound like a good time to me.
It was.
Awesome. What about you, Rachel? How did everything go? How was your 4th?
My 4th was really low key. I stayed indoors. It was great. Loved it. Lived for it. I'm just like in the height of sad girl cancer season summer. It's all sighs and vibes. It's that time. It's that time. Cancer season's a real trip,
Yes, that time of the year.
Ugh. But I'm great. I'm excited to be here and be a little cat guy.
Awesome. And Declan, I know you are not celebrating any holidays, at least to what I know. But how was your week?
My week was I'm on my holidays. I'm a teacher, so I'm on my holidays. It's great.
Yes.
Life's great. This summer is one big 4th of July without all the fireworks and barbecues.
Lucky.
So no, my week was pretty good. It was very, very busy. We're organizing a big fundraiser thing for the end of July. And I was pretty wiped out after all of that. And then this morning, I decided to cook a really nice breakfast. And I went for a swim in a river and walked through fields. I literally was in the Shire, basically. Yeah. So, yeah, I've got like river water glow. I took a shower off the afterwards because of the rivers.
There's like a
yeah.
river just like near you. You could just like go frolic and like a pond. Like
50 minutes from my house. Yeah. Just go for a walk and go. Yeah.
Travis, you're also walking distance from a very large river.
I mean, I guess so. Yeah.
Don't want to hear it.
I was about to say, like, I was like, oh.
Also, you have a
so
pool.
nice.
I'd rather swim in a pool than
Yeah,
in like the river.
Yeah.
I do have a pool. Yeah.
I don't think you can just go swim in the East River, so I'll just go look at it. That's my river experience where I am. Just
Well, if
looking at
anybody wants to go swim in a river, you're welcome to my house, and you can come swim in the river near my house because it's swimmable.
Let me start building my boat to row there.
Oh my goodness.
It's gonna be a long row session.
Yeah. Gotta work
You're
my
gonna be
arms.
jacked.
I'm gonna be so jacked. Finally.
Well, I'm glad that you all had some good weekends or feeling your cancer summer. But today we're going to take away all that happiness and bring on the drama because boy are you guys in for it. You walk into the forbidden place of the Infinite Corridor, of course, you're going to get burned. Literally, wink. But we'll find out shortly. But before we do, I want to go over brief announcements. First, starting with the official sponsor of Season 2 of Descent to the Void 2, and that is Level Up Advanced 5th Edition. This game will be played with Level Up Advanced 5th Edition, so you'll see all these little different things, these little new elements included, and Level Up is a deeper, more flexible version of the 5th Edition rule set, which we all know and love, of course. But if you love 5e, but you feel like it needs a little bit more depth to it, some more excitement, then Level Up Advanced 5th Edition is for you. You can easily start off with knowing all the basic rules of D&D 5e and then pick this up as a supplement or use all the rules as is. It's an amazing system, so you can check them out at www.a5e.tools. So, and we're also going to be reviewing some of the new little abilities you have during our recap. Next up, we have our affiliate, our friends and partner over at Fantasy Grounds. Fantasy Grounds is a virtual tabletop system where you can join friends from all across the world together and play epic tabletop role-playing games from the comfort of your own home on your computer. You can check them out over at our link below, or you can go to fantasygrounds.com for more information. You'll see that Fantasy Grounds will be featured heavily as we're going to be getting into a new encounter that will utilize it, as well as a map by none other than Chepekku. Chepekku are a team of map builders who make amazing artwork and maps that you can incorporate into any of your tabletop role-playing game experience. We are a Patreon with them, and we invite you to go and join their Patreon as well because they make amazing maps. So you can check that all out at patreon.com/Chepekku or chepekku.com. Links will be posted. So, I think that is everything. So why don't we remove the bookmark and start tonight's episode of Descent into the Void Campaign 2. Cue the intro.
But would it be funnier if you couldn't see?
You need to see. You need to see.
Well, let's begin. Last time, MGUs, you had participated in an event. Or to say Mars event, you mostly had to attend a funeral for Seraphim, the headmistress, as well as for Kievan, one of your fallen members of your circle. You were told to put on a ruse, a lie, in order to trick the masses into not going out and searching for them, as they were not dead, but consumed by one of the 9 hells. Due to Radaman, that dark entity that had possessed Kievan. But with this looming over you, MGUs, you had returned back to your dormitories and lamented about everything that happened and met someone new, as Dullahan had arrived with his mentor Faustus and was placed into your circle, harmonizing with your aura. Dullahan had chosen the House Witherbloom and then went and joined the rest of your motley crew, much to his chagrin. There were tensions between the members of the circle as you all tried to figure out what to do next. Suspicions arose, but in the end you decided to continue taking classes and waiting to see whatever next came along your way. So, all of you have participated into a Martialis course. Most of you passing the course, receiving a boon, which is 1d4 to your next physical attacks. With the exception of Sully, I'm so sorry. But after completing this course, Dullahan had left the group over at the dinner table and went to break some rules. The most sacred rule of the school, which is to not enter the dangerous infinite corridor. And that he did. And when he entered, he could not return, and the rest of the party went to follow, although Zendaric, after a little argument with Dullahan, decided to stay and eat. Had entered the zone, the forbidden zone, alerting your circle leader, Lucian. There, the three of you, after a very heated altercation between Ink and Dullahan, had entered into a strange room that beckoned you in there. There, a cloaked figure sat in this room of darkness, began reading all of you your fortunes as you drew your tarot cards with your destiny. Zendaric finally making his way in there, meeting up with Lucian, finding out the combination to enter into this secret zone, and being summoned as well to this cloak figure. As you all have received destinies, which will augment your characters in a way. So why don't we review really quick all the new things that the destiny has revealed for you and what that means for your characters. So, let's start off with Ink. You have chosen your destiny, the destiny of chaos.
Chaos, baby!
So you get this inspiration feature called Ingenious Double Talk. Undaunted by momentary setbacks, you twist conversations in any direction with an inspired turn of phrase and confusing double talk that plays off bold lies and impertinent proposals as jokes, obfuscates or redirects, accidentally slip information, or quells outrage with diffusing flattery. So, whenever you or a friendly creature you hear fails a deception or persuasion check, you can use your reaction to spend an inspiration to undo any consequence of that failed check.
I'm here to back up these very blunt babies, because boy oh boy, everyone here is going to open their mouth and insert their foot. You know it's going to happen.
Awesome. So keep that in mind as you go forward. Next up, Sully. You had received the Destiny of Darkness. This gives you two things. One, your source of inspiration, which is obfuscation. You draw inspiration from learning and keeping secrets or using those secrets for your own end. You gain an inspiration whenever you learn hidden or forbidden information and when you manipulate others.
I've never done this before, so I'm not sure how it's going to go.
Do you have like 4 inspirations stacked, sir?
You have 0 now.
Many secrets.
Also, you get the feature Misdirection. You know how to twist eyes and ears away from the truth. Whenever you or an ally you can see fail a deception check, you can use your reaction to spend an inspiration to undo the consequences. So kind of like a double with Ink. So your team can really lie very well. Next up, with the Prophecy Destiny, Zendaric. So you get your source of inspiration is foresight. So you know in your very being that all things follow naturally from one another in a deterministic pattern, and that by planning in the present, you secure the future. So you gain inspiration when enacting plans for the future or when a course of action you set in motion pays off in the long run. So, you also get the feature Preordained Fate. Your death is already prophesied. Anything that arrives sooner is merely invigorating tastes of what's to come. When you have 0 hit points, Zendaric, at the end of another creature's turn, you can spend your inspiration to gain 1 hit point. When you do, move your position in initiative to immediately after that creature's turn, and take your turn normally. So, you know your future, and it's not always set in stone, so I can't wait to see how your prophecy plays with your destiny.
The rest has all been written.
Staring at the full page before you.
I'm sorry.
Yes, exactly.
And last but certainly not least, our resident emo sad boy, Dullahan. So, Dullahan, you have the Slayer feat. Cue Buffy the Vampire Slayer music.
Every time.
Your source of inspiration, how you gain the tools needed to fuel your feature, is the War of Attrition. Attrition. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. You gain inspiration whenever you strike a blow against an especially powerful creature related to your destiny. And you get Slayer's Gift. Fighting the creatures of darkness hones both your mental and physical prowess. After you roll an ability check, an attack roll, or a saving throw, but before you know the outcome, you may spend this inspiration die to add +5 to that roll. Now, all of you, of course, have an actual destiny fulfilled, but you don't know exactly what that is, but I do know. So we'll see how that comes out as we progress much into the story. All right, so with that being said, if you have any questions, let me know. But you, for all intents and purposes, have these new abilities. But after you received all of these portents from this cloaked figure, this figure that said that they are someone who is not, but is, will not be, but was, something very cryptic, and that they have much staked against you, and having you succeed means that they will succeed. So they gave you this portent and then told you to go ahead and fulfill your destinies. But you must first escape from the Infinite Corridor, as you were shunted out of the room and landed directly into this long corridor, this long hallway, as all the many infinite doors that line the walls begin to fly open at once. You hear a wailing sound of all different pitches and hues coming from each room as they all glow different colors. Zendaric, as you look around, your eye activating from whence you had saw the key with Lucian, you can see him on the other side, about 60 feet away from you, holding open the gateway between this plane and yours. But before anything else happens, as the strange cacophony of sounds bursts around you from all the different rooms, there is one loud, booming, thunderous door that slams open. And with that sound, it seems like it hushes all the 1,000 others around it. There is a wave that pushes across the room and down the hallway. And Zendaric, looking, you see Lucian staring at you, holding the gateway open 60 feet away, 100 feet away, 200 feet away, as the room stretches out. There's cracks that appear in the air, like glass about to shatter, as it does, and it trickles down. The entire ambiance, the entire scenery changes into what looks to be a red-hued room with strange clockwork gears at the top. The first thing you notice, though, is the intense heat as the hairs on the edges of your hairs begin to smoke and smolder. Behind you are two large statues of what looks to be bird-like dragonoids. And what are your passive perceptions, if you don't mind? And you can find that out by opening up your character sheet, and it will be right in the middle on the main page. I'll start with Zendar. What is your passive perception?
15.
15. Perfect. Sully, your passive perception.
You said it's on the main page?
Yep, and it will say PERC underneath your
Oh, 12.
12. Okay. Ink, what is your passive perception?
Also 12.
12. And finally, Doulahan, your passive perception.
Also 12.
So Zendarik is the only one who notices as he's looking, Zendarik, as you're looking around and seeing just Lucian disappear in the distance, you take a step back and catch yourself as there's just a deep black chasm behind you. Like, just looks like if you fall in there, you will never return.
I'll hold out my hands and say, stop, 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 and make sure that no one knows to go any further.
Alrighty. So, why don't I share the map for everybody? Alright.
Oh my god, gigantic map.
And feel free to use your scroll wheel to zoom out and in to view more of the map. But you see that right in the middle ahead of you, as you turn around and stop Zendarik and stop your friends from walking backwards. Ahead of you, though, there are several platforms. As you look down, you see oozing lava that boils and bubbles and flows out of vats.
Where the hells are we? Careful. Can we make a... I don't think that this would be familiar to any of us. Like, I don't think that we would recognize this. Do I see any doors?
Roll me a perception check, please.
All right. $17.
17. So behind you is the gateway to the Nether. Other than that, you don't see any doors. You just see an opening about a couple 100 feet away ahead, and just as you squint your eyes, you can barely see Lucian there. You can't see what he's doing, but he must still be holding it open. You have to make your way across this long chasm of strange machinations, or machinery, I should say.
Okay, I'll quickly relay to the group, and I'll say, I know the sequence to get us out of here. Lucian is holding up a gateway. We must get closer. We can't reach him here. I think it's this way, and we'll gesture for us to go down this corridor.
I don't think we should touch that red thing or go near it. Can we, go around?
Can you lead the way?
I guess. Follow me. And I, facing, downwards through the rest of the map, I'm going to move to my right as I walk around this statue. And
Before-
hopefully get to the staircase.
Before he leaves my reach, and I tell him to be careful and lead the way, I'd like to touch him and cast guidance, so that way if he needs to perceive a trap or something, he has a little bit of help.
Alrighty. Is anyone else doing anything while Sully's walking off?
I will tiptoe like 10 feet behind him slowly.
Got it. Ink.
Ink will also follow along behind Zen.
Got it. And Dullahan.
I think Dullahan is incredibly confused by what's happening. Like I don't think he has quite figured out just where they are or even what the hell is happening, because there was a hallway, there was a cloaked figure. It's all becoming a little too much for him. And I think he's shuffling behind the others, not because he wants to get out, but it's that thing of like he's just in kind of auto mode, which is follow the leader kind of a thing.
Okay. So you're just going to be following close behind?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Perfect. So
I would like to mention that I am going to move very stealthily if possible.
go ahead and roll me stealth check.
That should be a 23.
23. Alrighty. So, Sully, with you leading the way, making your way down the path that curves around this, and it's about 40 feet below is this lava. It doesn't need to be rising. It's set at a place. And yes, there is this weird orb in the middle of the first platform of the room, and it is glowing. Oof, oof, oof. And as you continue to make your way across, you get about 30 feet, or about 20 feet or so. The rest of you following close behind. So I'm gonna move you kind of like in a line. When that orb begins pulsing heavier and heavier, it then begins to kind of open up, similar to that of a flower blooming, but a flower of just pure darkness and evil. You can feel emanating out of it. As it does, the entire petal opens up, revealing it's like plant innards, releasing a mist that spreads across the room. As the mist dissipates, though, it begins to form and take shape, breaking out into two large pieces. It spreads across the room, going like a ball of clouds, about 30 feet ahead of where you're currently standing, Sully, and the same equidistant on the other side of the room. You then see, all of you, it form into a red, dragon-like being, a drake with devil horns protruding out of its head, its nose up as it begins looking around, sniffing the air, and then locks on to your group. Hisses with his long tail, and I'll need everyone to roll me initiative.
Ooh, not great. That's a 6.
In Fantasy Grounds, how do I get the map back into the place where my dice tray is? Because I can't roll on the map right now because I don't have my dice tray visible.
You have to shrink the map.
Yeah.
It's super big.
Oh, well, yeah, but I'm just like in a field of gray when I zoom out. Like,
Use your left click mouse to move the actual physical box, and then you can shrink it once you get to the bottom or the side. and then you'll be able to move it around. Because if you just middle mouse, you'll zoom in and out, and that won't let you shrink the actual box itself.
Oh no, I have the map shrunk. It's just when I shrink the map, all that is around it is just like my actual little dice that I can roll and gray.
That's the picture that you've zoomed in and out. You didn't actually shrink the box. Like the image
The
that
box
you loaded
itself needs to shrink.
is humongous. So you have to move physically, like left click and like drag up, and then you'll get to the bottom of the image box and you'll be able to shrink some of that gray space. Do you see what I'm saying?
No, not at all.
Like left click on the image and drag it up. So that way, eventually you'll get to the bottom of like an actual image box that you can move. And then you'll be able to put the mouse on like the edge and shrink the box itself.
Might also be able to reshare it, maybe, and that might help. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to stop sharing and reshare it, and let me know if that helps, Rachel.
Cool. It's a very cool map. Oh
How
wait.
about-
Oh.
Oh no, God, it's humongous again.
It's ginormous. So take your left click and just drag it up until you can see your character sheet and stuff again. Like just drag it up across the whole screen.
Oh, I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
then
Then
you can
shrink the box because it's
So
giant
big.
for some strange reason.
I love
And
it.
then-
Thank you.
yeah.
friends.
And then you middle
can
mouse
yeah.
to zoom it.
Oh Lord, what a tragedy. My inability to stuff.
Oh no, it's quite all right.
It's okay. This is, I think, probably one of the first times that we've had a giant map that you've had to do this. So
Yeah, this is a giant map too. But they're so beautiful.
Yeah. Love them.
Okay. So I just revealed on the map the drakes that have appeared. Not associated with the rapper.
that's all I can see, though. They're just gonna start singing to me.
Alrighty. So, did everyone roll initiative?
Not yet, no. Sorry.
No, it's quite alright.
Where's my initiative roll? I can never remember how any. We cannot. Like, I can't wait a week. My brain just fails every time. I'm just like, how do I? What
On
do
the
I
main
do with
page.
my hands? I'm a disaster over here.
On the main page, in the middle of the main page.
Oh, there it is. Thank you.
Yeah.
Jeez, Louise. Please be a small number. I beg you. I need a minute.
I
gotta
love
think my
when
whole
Rachel's like,
fucking
I
life.
don't want to go first.
I don't like going first. I
Don't let
have
me
to-
go
I
first.
have to really think about everything.
Sweet. Alright, so now looks like we are all set. So, we have going first, the Lair. Going second, Doulahan. Followed by Sully.
Doulahan, what's your fucking dex?
Decent. Like my initiative score is +6.
Nice.
Yeah.
You guys are right. You're literally going at the same time, but you must be a little bit more dexterous, Doulahan, as you're going slightly before Sully. Then we have Ink, followed by the Red Guard Drakes. Alrighty, so repaint the scene as you're in here and and that pedal opens up. You see it summon these Red Guard Drakes that have noticed you as you're in plain sight and have turned and locked eyes. All the way across the room, a couple hundred feet, you surmises your exit, but you have to go through these trials, it seems, before. As the Lair will go first, the ground beneath your feet begins to shake and shudder as the lava below begins to boil. As the next you hear a whistling sound up as it shoots several small balls of fire. It rains down on all of you, as I need each and every one of you to please make me dexterity saving throws. All right, so we have Ink with an 8. That's a failure.
Yep.
Zendar with a 5. That's a failure.
Yep.
Dullahan, 15, success. Sully, 21, success. Alrighty, so it rains down on you in this weird hellscape place, and as you are all pebbled with these fire rocks, you take 9 points of fire damage, halved if you succeeded. I'll apply that right now.
So Zendark, are you like dead now?
No. I'm a third of the way dead, thank you.
Alrighty. So as you are pebbled with this, up next, we start off with Dullahan. What do you wish to do?
The Drake, is it looking like that it's going to immediately attack if any of us get near it?
Yep.
Or is it more like defensive?
It looks hostile. It looks like it's lunging to strike. Well, it's preparing to lunge.
I think he's going to try and keep the distance. Okay. You know what?
Fighters keeping distance? This is not a good sign for our party.
Yeah, it's not. Because I realized that's not what he would do. He's going to cast invisibility on himself and run.
Oh my god.
Got it.
Yeah. He's freaking out. Like, he's no idea. And he's going to cast invisibility and just try and run past the Drake.
Awesome. So you go ahead.
Sorry.
No problem. You go ahead and use your action, the cast invisibility, as you all at one moment look at around you and see your allies, and the next, boop, Dullahan is gone.
I'd be like, some slayer you are.
Can't hear you, I'm invisible.
All right, so that was your action. You still have your movement.
It's not how visibility works.
If possible, I'm going to use literally as much of my movement, all of my movement, in fact, to try and run past the Drake.
All right, go ahead and click your character and drag the path that you wish to follow.
He's gonna here, I think. Yeah.
All right. Moving 30 feet, you turn invisible and start walking past. A couple of you feel like bumps on your side of some figure as you continue to make your way, stopping in place, hoping that the Drake has no way of sensing you, though you are hidden from anything's sight. All right, so you still have a bonus action if you wish to use it.
No, he's not going to do anything. He's literally just trying to scan the distance and just he has an eye on what he wants to do. So he's waiting. I'm good.
Got it. Sully, you're up next.
I am going to pull out a short bow and shoot the Drake that is closest to us.
All right.
That is a 24.
24 hits. Roll damage.
8 points of damage.
Nice.
And that's my turn.
Alrighty, so you go ahead and pull out your bow, knocking an arrow and releasing it. It strikes the guard Jake right in the chest as you just hear as you see just like red lava like ichor of blood leave its body. Ink, you're up next.
Yes. How far away is this Drake in front of us in the little...
It is 40 feet. It looks 45 feet from you.
Perfect. Then I am going to cast Sacred Flame at it. Please, make a dexterity saving throw.
Sure. Control left click the Drake, and you can go ahead and go into your abilities and hit that save button for the spell.
Control left click? Hello?
Yep, you got it.
Oh, wait, I did?
Mhm.
I'm doing so bad
No, you're
at
fine.
this whole VTT situation. How did I get it?
And now, do you have it targeted? You just got to go to your abilities or actions and go ahead and select that Sacred Flame.
Do I drag it?
No, you should be able to hit the little gear under Sacred Flame and then hit the little cast button or the save button.
Cast, thank you. Every time. Every time.
12. It failed. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Yeah. Take that. Take that, little guy. Take 2 points of radiant damage.
Alrighty. So you go ahead and summon the flames of radiance underneath as the Drake recoils back after being struck by this magic. You still have your movement and your bonus.
Cool. Oh boy. I'm gonna stay where I am. I'm good. I'm in a good range for what I need to do. But I am going to, as a bonus action, speak to Zendaric and say, "We know what we're doing. We face worse than this. We've got this." And cast Bardic Inspiration. Ba-bam.
Nice. And what D is your Bardic Inspiration at this level? 6 still?
I do believe it is 6.
Alrighty.
Awesome.
Take some inspiration. Just in case you need it.
Nice and dark. You are bardically inspired. Also, don't forget, Ink and Dullahan, you both still have your inspirations from
Yes.
the star.
I've
Yep.
not forgotten. I haven't rolled bad enough yet.
Got
Rolled
it.
bad, not bad enough.
But right, so you still have your movement.
I don't want to move. Is that okay?
That's totally fine. Alrighty, so staying in place after inspiring your ally. Up next are the guard drakes. So the Drake is going to. Let's see. Do they have blind vision? Let's go ahead and double check what this Drake can see. Okay, got it. The Drake moves 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, getting right next to Dullahan, but doesn't seem to notice. And cannot reach you here. So instead, it's just going to dash to get right in front of Sully. Ending its turn. So it like begins running past, brushes next to the invisible Dullahan, but doesn't seem to notice as it plants right in front of Sully, who's trying to be stealthy, but unfortunately there's not much places to hide here.
Up attack? Advantage?
I mean, if he wants to attack, you could totally use your reaction, though it will reveal where you are.
Nope, sorry.
Tag.
Alrighty then, so it will end its turn there. Up next is Red Guard Drake number 2, who will have to dash in order to make its way over to you. getting right behind Ink. Ending its turn there.
Oh, no, thank you. Oh, no, thank you, indeed.
So the two drakes make their way quickly across the metal scaffolding, surrounding you in a pincer attack as they attempt to chomp onto their next meal. Zendaric, you're up.
Okay. I will see this guard Drake that has gotten so close to Ink after she has just inspired me. I will nod at her and
Them.
I will nod at them, thank you. And I will close my eyes and then like take a step forward, and when I open them, the arcane runes have activated, and I will try and hypnotic gaze on the red guard Drake as I'll take a step forward and try and pull its attention. And it has to make a DC 15 wisdom save. Let me do that. All right, here we go. No, that's not right. It is saying it's DC 10, but that's not right. Right? Sorry, hold on. I'm just double checking or your wizard spell DC, but the thing's saying it is 10, but I know that my spell DC is higher than that. My spell DC is 15, so let me fix that real quick. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. And it looks like it failed.
And that is a failure as it rolled a 4. They have
Okay.
negative wisdom.
Fantastic. So as I take this step forward past Ink, my eyes have activated, and I sort of put my hand in front of them to make a protective stance. And the creature has looked at me and locked eyes, and it is now incapacitated by me. And I will say to them, help Sully with the other one. This one's bound. And I will maintain control over this creature and end my turn.
All right, so you go ahead and lock eyes, the pattern swishing and turning, and as you do, almost like a snake charmer, you place this drake into a daze as you just see it goes with his tongue out swaying left and right. Top of the round. The lair takes his turn. Alrighty. So, as you all are surrounded by these two drakes, there's something in here, a force that you all can feel longing for you to stay. And as that feeling heightens and the hairs on your necks and fur stands on end, the entire room begins to shift and flicker in color. It starts to flash from that red hue to a green, then flash again back and forth, until you see the flower in the middle of the room begin to grow and accelerate slightly, turning its petals into a noxious green.
Ah!
And as it does, more, and now a green flying of bombs flies up of acidic nature, as I need, once again, all of you to make me dexterity saving throws.
It's awful.
Alrighty, so Sully with a nat 1-6 is a failure. Ink 5 is a failure. Success from both Doulahan and Zendaric, with Zendaric a 20 and Doulahan a 16. Alrighty, so you take half damage of. Where's my acid? There it is. Oops. Okay. 7 points.
So 3 if you succeeded.
Yes, 3 if you succeeded. I'll go ahead and place that on 7 points onto Sully and Ink.
Ink, are you okay?
No, probably not.
Alrighty. Now the lair has taken its action. Dullahan, you're up.
Seeing the room shift again, and the other Drake having come around and pincering the others, Dullahan's strategy has immediately swapped. His goal was to get to the other one and block it and hold that one while they dealt with the other 3. So I think Dullahan is going to literally, as the acid bombs rain down, seeing that Ink has been hurt again, and there's a Drake, doesn't necessarily know that what it meant when Zadarik said it's bound. He doesn't see any chains. He turns on his heel, and he is going to draw his. He's going to just summon his double scimitar and plunge it right into the back of the other Drake. He's going to literally just unlock it and drive both blades into its back for a surprise attack.
Alrighty. Now, do you have to move back to it, or do you have reach? Does my weapon? My double-bladed scimitar has a reach of 5 feet. Okay. All right, so you just have to move right behind it, and both because you're invisible and you are flanking, you get advantage on this. But they don't stack, so.
Boo. Now, if every time I, because it's Mac, it's slightly different.
Oh,
I
is
think
it command left click?
Awkward Mac. No, it's not command.
Oh yeah, you just did it. You have 1 and 2, so do what you just did and take off the one you don't want to attack.
Okay.
Excellent.
Did I take off the one I didn't want to? Okay. I will just assume I did, and I have no idea what I did. Yeah, so he's going to swing at the Drake 1.
All right, go ahead and make your attack.
That's a nat 20.
Woo! First roll, battle roll of the campaign for you in the nat 20. All right, go ahead and roll that damage. It will automatically crit it for you. Nice, 12 points of damage. Anything else you wish to do?
Yeah, because it's a double-bladed scimitar, he's able to attack again with it. So it's that case of I kind of see Dullahan's one as, I think that's kind of bound in the middle, so it's like a case of just unlocking it and using it as a second blade. So he's going to attack it again.
All right.
Oh, that rolled. Oh, but I have. Yeah. Oh, I would, because they're still flanking, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. So you can roll one more time. We'll take the higher.
It's 24 to hit.
But it might be a nat 20.
Oh, no, it did. It rolled it twice.
It did,
automatically rolled it twice. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
24
24 hits. Roll damage.
Okay. 6.
6 points of damage. Nice. So you go ahead, appearing out of the invisibility with your dual-bladed scimitar, making 2 strikes against the flanked foe, dealing major damage as you can see more of its ichor, its blood seeping out and singeing the ground beneath its feet. You still have the rest of your movement.
He's going to stay where he is. His plan wasn't to run away. His plan was to try and gain advantage on these creatures.
Alrighty. Sully, your circle member has reappeared, giving you an advantageous position on the Drake. What do you wish to do?
I drop the short bow that I was using, and I create a psionic dagger in my hand. And in doing so, I am going to attack this Drake, trying to get a sneak attack right in between its ribs.
Nice.
So let's try this. Oh. $16 hits.
16 hits.
So let me add that sneak attack. I think that should do it. And I also have to do the psionic blade thing. So this should do a whole mess of damage.
Whew. Oh.
And because I'm using my sonic blades, I will use my bonus action to stab it again.
Nice.
But I think this one, I don't get to do any of the fun stuff too, which is fine. It's an 8 and it misses, unfortunately. But that's my turn. I'm not going to leave my now visible companion alone to fight this thing.
Alrighty. So using your psychic abilities and your blades, you put your work at the Half-Light, your lessons at the Half-Light Order to work, slashing against the Drake, dealing an immense amount of damage. It is not looking good. Also, Dullahan, roll me 1d4 extra because we forgot to apply your studies from the Battlemancy course.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the battle course.
2.
All right, 2 more damage to this Drake.
And it's dead. No, that'd be too easy.
No, but it's looking rough. It's looking real rough.
Would there
Alright.
be is there only 1d4 on that, or would there be 2 for 2 attacks? Just
Oh
testing, just
yeah,
checking.
another one. Roll me another d4.
Just checking.
I'd also like to add, thanks to Level Up, I was able to pick the Carver, like attack style, I think it's what it's called, or combat tactic at 2nd level. So when I do my sneak attack, I get to add an additional d6 damage to that, which I did do. I've coded it in now. But
Fantastic. Alrighty then. So, oh yeah, it's looking it's on its last legs, this dragon creature, but it doesn't look like it still looks like it's putting up a fight. As Ink, you're up next.
Cool. Love it. Amazing. So into it. Okay, so the one behind me is under Zendarik's thing.
I didn't want to interrupt Declan before, but as a part of the spell's description, it is incapacitated, dropped to 0 speed, and visibly dazed. So you would see that it is sort of like under my control.
Cool. Love that. Love that. And then the one between Sully and Dullahan is not looking good.
Correct.
Cool.
Yeah.
Ink is going to turn attention away from the dazed one because that's fine. It's whatever. And look at the one that is between their 2 friends and go, "You look like, as the elders would say, absolute shit." And cast vicious mockery.
Nice. Go ahead and target that one and roll
With
that
a
attack.
Control right or left click. Boop.
Perfect.
did it. I can't see when that happens on my end, so I'm just trusting you.
Oh, so if you open up the combat tracker, in the upper right-hand corner is like 2 swords. It will tell you.
That I've targeted him?
Yeah, underneath
Under the
your.
tools. In the top right-hand corner of Fantasy Grounds.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And if you look at your character, it says targets.
Oh, there it is. I see it. Ha! Ha! See, hey, I'm great to be on this show because I will help anyone who doesn't understand Fantasy Grounds to understand it more. Because I'm not afraid to ask the inane questions of how do this go, and then I go into my actions and I find Vicious Mockery, and I press little gear. I'm now like teaching it back to someone, so I learned it too. And then I press cast, and I do it, and
it failed.
It fails. I'm so glad. And now I'm gonna hit the damage button and make it hurt for 4 damage, for some kind of damage. Psychic damage. 4 psych. This guy's like, I'm gonna die looking like a chump. He feels bad now. I'm glad.
Oh my goodness.
This Drake feels awful.
Yeah, this Drake has terrible wisdom because they are just there to just strike, but you use that to your opportunity as it failed, and you just see it just claw at its own mind, seeming understanding your taunts, and it is looking like it's has mere hit points remaining. Is there anything else you wish to do? You get your movement and a bonus.
I'm gonna maybe step a little away from the dazed one. Like there. Because I don't want it to bite me. And then now that I'm close to Sully, I go, Sully, you're looking so amazing out here. Look at you go. Can you believe how strong we've gotten together? And I'm gonna cast Bardic Inspiration again.
I think Sully blushes when you say that.
Yeah.
I guess all this terrible shit we've been through is paying off to some degree.
You know, we're gonna survive the shit together. Like a little back-to-back moment happening.
Love it. Alrighty, so with those inspiring words and that mockery being so vicious, this Drake does not look good, but it is now its turn. Ooh, it's surrounded, but it's in... I am going to roll a d4. Okay. Sully, you see it not lock with you. It's continuing its assault. It doesn't seem to wane on its anger as it makes 2 attacks against you. The first attack is his bite attack. 19 versus your AC.
That hits.
Alrighty.
I would like to
This is why I
respond.
pause.
Sorry, I was muted. I mean, because I have to use my actions to maintain concentration, so this is my only way to interact. Zendark is sort of has his back to this chasm and is keeping focus on the one Drake, but then sees the other one lash out and says, sort of almost sees it before it happens in a nod to my prophecy, and I say, "It's gonna lunge!" And with that, I shout out and cast Silvery Barbs. Make it roll again.
DM's favorite spell.
Love it.
Silvery Barbs?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, it's not actually DM's favorite. It's DM's hated spell because it makes you have to
Oh.
re-roll again.
The sarcasm.
Yeah,
I missed it.
No, it's okay. All right. 14 versus your AC.
I tried, my friend.
Yeah, you did.
All right.
That hits.
Alrighty, so you take.
Wait, am I wearing armor? Let's just make sure here.
Yeah, make sure your AC truly is 14.
And can I just check something? Because I do have as my fighting style is interception. And I just want to clarify a thing on it, in that it does state that when a creature you see hits a target other than you within 5 feet of you with an attack, is that the ally isn't within 5 feet, or that the target, as in like the creature, is within 5 feet?
I think the creature is within 5 feet of you.
Oh yeah, then can I use my reaction to intercept it, and it's going to reduce the damage by 1d10 plus 2.
Okay.
I'm fine with this.
Go right ahead, and if I'm wrong, then I'll take a listen. But
no, I want to be attacked. Okay, 1d10.
I will then, seeing Dullahan not actually
that
abandon
would be
us,
12.
Does
I will-
no damage.
send the invigorating energy his way. So you get advantage on your next d20 from the silvery barbs.
Alrighty. So you impose yourself in between, blocking the lunge right before it hits onto Sully. So Sully, you can give yourself back. I believe it was 8 points of damage. As Dullahan is able to deflect it, the beast screaming in protest. It does get another attack, but it's going to turn around now and attack Dullahan with its tail attack. So it's kind of going to turn around and whip its tail. Oh man, this is not my day. 14 versus your AC.
It does not hit.
All right, you're able to easily jump over it, dodging the tail strike. And that will end the red guard Drake's turn, doing no damage. This Drake is not having a good time. This Drake can make a save or is just permanently stuck.
It is permanently locked until it takes damage from an ally, or I leave its space, or it can no longer hear or hear me. So it is basically permanently incapacitated in this moment.
Alrighty. Then Dark, you are just holding on. At this point, with you holding this ability, your eyes in that strange magical circle pattern and turning and twisting, I would say a little bit of blood is starting to collect underneath it from the strain of your ocular prowess.
I will wipe it away and say, this one is still enthralled until it takes damage. Take out the other one. I have it. And we'll use my action to continue the enchantment binding it. And will, I guess, I don't want to fall in. So I'm going to walk around it and get to the other side of it and have it look at me as I turn it around. So that way my allies can stab it in its back. But I will sort of dance around it while keeping focus. And I do not have a bonus, so I will end my turn.
Alrighty, you lock onto it. It creature turns around, staring at you, its eyes fixated upon yours. As we now go to the top of the round. At this point, the acid pools have been collecting, like smoke has been billowing from the pools of acid and have become thick enough to solidify, as once again it splits in half, going onto one side of the room and to the other, forming into what looks to be these black dragon creatures similar to the drakes that appeared before you before. As they will roll initiative. I will reveal them. And they're about 60 feet from Dullahan at the moment, and the other one's way over on the other side of the room. About 70, to actually be able to traverse that, definitely about 200 feet. Just to give you a sense of where they are. Alrighty. Next up, though, the stage will still take its turn and shoot more of those elemental bombs at you. Can I please have a dexterity saving throw from everybody? right. Sully succeeds.
Holy shit, Ink.
I did it.
Super
Good one.
succeeds. 18, 22 respectively. Dullahan, that's a failure. Zendark, that is a failure. So you
I'd like
take...
to add my inspiration from Ink.
Oh,
Can
okay. Go right ahead and roll that d6.
I'm hoping for a 6. Come on. 6, 6, 6, 6. Oh, okay.
The
11.
devil.
11. 11 still fails, unfortunately.
All right. I tried.
Alrighty, so you take... Oops. That came across as the fire. Let me re-roll that for the correct acid. So it applies. Alrighty. 7 points of acid damage, halved if you succeed. So that is half for Sully and Ink. So let me go ahead and apply that to you all now.
I gave it to myself.
Perfect.
Not
thank
looking
you.
good, guys. You said Zendark is not looking well.
All right. And to land. Perfect. All right. So, oh nope, I didn't give the half to Ink. Let me do that right now. There we are. Okay. Dullahan, new foes have arrived. It is now your go.
I think seeing more just kind of like come from almost nowhere, Dylan is going to transform with his necrotic shroud, and that's his action. So everything within 10 feet of me has to make a charisma saving throw or be frightened.
Everything?
Yeah, it says everything.
All right, so I'm gonna need Sully, Ink, and the guard Drake to make. What is this? You said wisdom.
It's in necrotic shroud. It's his. It's a DC 11 charisma saving throw.
Charisma saving throws. So can you all make charisma saving throws?
Why did that get wasted there?
I'm very charismatic.
Oh wow, natural 20, Sully. So no effect for you. Ink, dirty 20, no effect for
Dirty
you.
20.
An 8 for the red Drake.
We ain't afraid.
So that
we ain't
is
afraid of
a-
nothing.
Good Drake.
The guard Drake is now afraid of you. As it's slashing at you, the necrotic shrouds envelops it, and you see it start to shake and shudder, back away slightly.
If I move towards it, would that be pushing it into Sully's kind of range for an opportunity attack?
No, well, you can try to push it as an action, but just moving won't push it, though.
Okay, well, that was that transforming is his action. So bonus action, he can't really do anything because I didn't attack with the double-bladed scimitar, so he can't make that second swing. So that's it for this turn.
Alrighty.
Just checking. Yeah, no, that's it.
So, Sully, you just see, once again, Dullahan, can you describe how you look in this form?
Yeah, it's when when paint on a building has been worn away and you start to see that like the elements have battered it and it kind of flakes. That is Dullahan's skin. All of it is kind of cracked and it looks as if it's it's barely hanging onto him. And there is just this sort of grayish green mist that just sort of permeates around him, almost like his aura is rotting. That whole thing, he's like every artery and vein in his body is kind of pulsing with that sort of hue, and that's what's causing the skin to crack. He looks almost monstrous.
Dullahan, are you okay?
I'm fine. And he's bracing with the two scimitars. It has its back. Yeah, its back is to you. Take it out. Just and I'll hold this attention.
Say no more. I generate another psychic blade, and with Dullahan being so close, I will make another attack.
Alrighty. You get advantage.
Sure.
For flanking. Okay. But an 18 hits.
Yeah, so the 18 hits. It's gonna deal a whole bunch of damage.
Just gonna obliterate this thing.
I don't know, where did all my effects wear off because I rolled it twice? Yeah. That might have been too much. Yep, that was too much.
You just
Let me try that one more time. Because if I look at the combat tracker, yeah, it should only have it on there once now. That was silly.
no worries. Go ahead and roll one more time.
15 points.
15 points as you carve into this drake after being fearful of your circle of mate. You slash through it, destroying it as it poofs into dust, falling into the acid pool. And it is gone.
I look back at Zendark. Zen, do you have that one? Is it still under your control?
Yes, I have this one.
All right, I think I see something else down that hallway. Brace yourself, there's probably more things coming at us. And I start actually going in that direction with the rest of my action. I move my 25 feet, and I guess that would be my turn.
Alrighty. Ink. Short for ink on parchment. It is now
Sure,
your
great.
turn.
Fresh ink on parchment.
Fresh ink on parchment, yes.
Yes. What a silly name. What a silly name to have. Let's see. Hey, ow. My cat has arrived and he has got me. Got
He
a
knows
little
his
claw at
turn.
me. He's like, oh, attention, please. You know? No, I don't want to do that actually. Yeah. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that to anybody. I'm very nice. Yeah. No, I'm gonna... I'm trying to decide if I should start attacking the drake that's been under mind controlled, just to get it out of the way. I'm torn, frankly. Rachel is torn. Ink is torn. We're having a moment. You know what? As a free action, Ink is going to say, Zen, is it time to take out your spellbound friend? Because I'm ready. If you are.
Hit it with great advantage. It will break free of my control, but we can take it out.
Bangerang. Then I'm throwing some sacred flame at that hypnotized drake right in its back. And we'll do what we do when we do what we do. Get targeted, Drake 2. Get targeted. How about that? Take this sacred flame and shove it.
it succeeded with a 13.
It was incapacitated. You would have actually got to roll
It was at
Oh.
yeah. Actually, it rolls at
Oh, right.
disadvantage. So we'll do one more time, and we'll take the
Oh, wait.
lower.
Okay, cool.
The incapacitated fell off. Sorry.
Yeah.
And it failed.
It absolutely fails. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Yes, so. Bang. Take 8 points of radiant damage, you chump.
And it also has advantage on next attack against it, right?
What was that?
Does it? You use Sacred Flame, right? So does it
Yes.
have the glowy aura around it?
No, Sacred Flame is just
No.
you blast.
Oh,
and
I'm
that's
thinking
it.
of the
Fairy
level
fire.
1 spell. No. The
No.
Guiding Bolt. Guiding Bolt.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry, my
No, this just does radiant damage. Ba-bang.
all right. So still have your movement and your bonus.
I am gonna stay where I am. I'm good helping fight this little Drake. And you know what? Screw it. We're gonna have a great time. We're gonna do wonderfully. Ink is going to like yell over their shoulder at Dullahan and go, "It's good of you to join us. I think we're going to do very well against our enemies when we combine all of our forces. And I'm casting another Bardic Inspiration. I'm passing them out like candy." Let's go. So Dullahan, enjoy some inspiration as well. And that's all the inspiration I have, so please use it. Everybody gets inspired.
Awesome. So you go ahead and inspire your foes and inflict holy damage with your sacred flames upon the dark beast. Up next is the Drake that can do nothing. Zendaric, you're up.
Sorry, no. I mean, I would love for that to be the case, but once you
Oh.
hit it, the incapacitation dropped.
That is correct, sir. I think I completely forgot. So, snapped out of its daze, the guard Drake wakes up, noticing the foe in front of it. It immediately lashes out in revenge against you, Zendaric. So it will make its 2 attacks. The first is a natural 1.
It was anticipated, so I see it lunge at me, and I take a step backwards.
Nice. Just so quick as it slips a little bit. I would say that due to its fumble, it will have disadvantage on this next attack as it tries to catch you. It's just hurrying. It's still dizzy in array after being infatuated with your magic spell. So I'll give its tail attack at disadvantage. Oh, that is damage. I'm sorry. Give yourself back 3 HP, please.
Just kill me. Just
I'm
straight up
so
kill me.
sorry. I'm so sorry. I rolled the wrong one. I meant to roll the attack first. Wait. Disadvantage. Let's try again.
Why is it rolling at advantage?
I have no idea. Is that... Oh, because you're...
Oh, because you killed me and it put me
Yes.
unconscious and prone.
Yeah,
That
you
would have
take
been
that
a
off.
1, though.
It would have been a 1. We'll take the 1. Sorry about that. Sorry, I have butterfingers. All right. All right, so we'll take the 1. So it once again slips up, still dazed, and is unable to hit you as you're able to work up the staircase a little bit and use fancy footwork to keep out of its reach. That ends its turn. Now it's your turn, Zendaric.
Okay. Does it look like it has wings? Like,
No.
does it look like it's a creature that could fly?
They do look like normal drakes that do not fly, from what you can see anyway.
Okay. I would like to... Oof, this is either gonna work or it's not. I can see like this like acid and these like sort of pipes and like the glowiness in the ground right around us, correct? Like I can sort of see over the edge a little bit.
Yes.
I would like to, as I sort of scramble backwards from around it, I pull out my like diamond's Rubik's Cube and quickly touch a few points and turn it and activate a warping energy, and it looks like I'm scrambling backwards up the staircase, but I'm actually, anime style hyper slow-mo sketching runes on the staircase as I go backwards, and as the Drake scrambles after me, I'd like to cast Vortex Warp on it and hopefully put it on one of the pipes, and then it will fall into the acid.
So you're vortex warping it to where exactly? Just wanna make
It's
sure.
I can actually vortex warp it onto a surface or in a liquid that can support it without it having to squeeze. And so since it's like a giant vat of acid, I'd like to warp it like basically into the acid.
Got it. Okay. Does it have to make any saves?
Yes, it will have to make a Constitution save. Oh, did I untarget it? Let me retarget it.
16
Oh.
success.
Damn it. So it tries to it almost starts to reverberate and then actually stays in place, and you hear like a fuck come from Zendark. Okay, so that
If you
very
want to use,
unfortunate.
if anybody wants to use the inspiration to have a reroll, you can, as well.
Oh, we could do that? I forgot.
But you have to have an inspiration to do so.
Correct.
Wait, can I gift an inspiration?
Yeah. Any creature making a D20. That's the new rule I had it in place last week.
Oh, from last time?
Travi, I want you to have my inspiration for this.
Oh, thank
I
you.
want it to happen.
Right,
Take it.
okay.
Reroll
Let's
it one more
try.
time.
Please.
Thank you. Let's try.
I also want it to happen.
And there
Yes!
Yes! So I'd like it to,
Yeah.
warp. It says 90 feet. So let me see. Is this drawing? No, not drawing mode. Pointers. Is this 90 feet? Oh, yeah. So just on this ledge of this pipe, and then it will fall off and tumble into the acid below.
Certainly.
Hell
Or,
yes.
here. You know what I mean? Wherever.
Yeah. Totally fine. So you go ahead and try and summon the Vorpal Warp underneath its feet, and unable to, as Ink looks on over you, there's a sense of connection between the two of you, and then you just get a final thrust of inspiration that the warp completely encompasses the Drake, and all you hear is, and it's just dead. There's no getting back out.
Oh, thank goodness.
I'm so glad I could give that inspiration. That was
Yes.
the best.
Thank you. I was like, this is either going to be do or die, baby, because I don't think I could have taken a hit from another one. Okay, I will scramble back down the staircase with my other 15 feet next to Ink and say in a hushed or in a out of breath voice, thank you. I felt your energy. Oh,
It's wild that happened. The circle, it's real.
I felt your presence. And then I'll pass to the black guard Drake.
Hand the
Oh.
mic over.
Alrighty, so you do now with the two red guard drakes dispatched. As you all look ahead, you still see there are two more looming over the horizon, as the black guard drake on the left, number one, was going to run up and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right, it cannot reach, so it will dash to get right in front of Sully. As you see acid dropping from its fangs. It will end its turn there. Guard Drake number 2 will 10, 20, 25, 30.
Oh, it can just jump down that staircase?
You know,
You don't gotta run around or nothing?
You're right. It will make
Can I
an
make a-
athletics check to see if it can jump down then.
Or tumbles into acid?
Or it might tumble into acid. Let's see. Yeah, exactly.
That'd be hilarious. It trips on the edge of the railing and just rolls forward into the acid.
We will roll. I will say it is a DC. We'll say DC 13 because they're animals.
Fail. Ah!
17.
Should I silvery barbs it?
If you want, if you see it jumping
No,
over.
no.
Oh no. Okay.
I don't know. I'm almost out of spell slots, I feel like.
Okay. We'll say it'll take its entire action to do that, and then the movement will be to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Right here. As it tries to make its way around or across, depending on where you guys go. All right, so that will end its turn. Top of the round. Once again, this lair, this zone, this factory, because you look around, you can see there's weird machinery, gears, strange like railgun looking items in here. So whatever this is, it's a place, but there's definitely this dark evil sensation that wafts over all of you as it begins to perk up again, and it flashes yet again between the green and blue green and like bluish hues as boom 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 boom. All of the like archways you see, all those weird rail guns you see as well, begin to light up as the entire atmosphere changes once again. And the petals in the middle continue to grow, outstretch. The guns that are, or I say the, oops, I closed the map for myself. There we are. These strange weaponry that I'm circling now. Here, if you see it. These strange weaponry begin to light up in turn, pointing forward in an arc, or actually pointing forward directly, aiming at the Guardrake and Sully. As Sully, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Little old me?
Mm-hmm. As the Guardrake as well.
24, baby.
That is a success, so you'll only take half damage. The Guardrake. Just barely fails.
Boo. Just barely fails?
Yes.
Yay!
So Sully, you take half damage of electrical damage, or say lightning.
I suppose I don't have a resistance to that. I realize now that, like, I think I do actually have resistance to the fire damage that had hit us at the very beginning, but it's fine.
So 9 points of lightning damage to the Drake, and halved for Sully.
Woohoo! 10 more points to go, baby. Oh, wait, that's not what we want, right?
Alrighty. That will end the lair's turn. Dullahan, you're up next.
I think seeing that the guns have turned and pointed, and the Black Drake is on top of Sully as well, he's just going to get in there and take 2 swipes at the Black Drake. Just can I come around Sully and try shove this thing off the edge?
Yeah, you can roll a contested athletics check, and it gets to roll a acrobatics or athletics contested check. See if you can shove it off.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I gotta do. I gotta use my movement to kind of come up like here, and then just literally try and shove this thing off. Okay, athletics. Okay, I'm gonna roll that, and I have the inspiration from Ink as well that they gave. So I'm.
All right, I'll roll. So he has a 16.
Okay, can I use the star inspiration I had before we got anywhere here?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Or is it? Yeah. Really want this to work. Crap.
A 9. Unfortunately, it is too heavy. You're unable to push it off the ledge. It is able to push you back.
Yeah, that's it in terms of. Yeah, I think I'm going to use my second wind actually as my bonus action to try and recover some HP.
Alrighty.
That's a D10 plus 4. That's recovering 12 HP.
Awesome. Alrighty. So, anything else you wish to do in your turn?
Nope, that's all I have.
Alright, so Dullahan, you attempt to push it off, but it is unable to be forced moved. Healing your wounds, though, after taking a deep breath. Sully, it's your go.
Okay, then. I am going to do something new, I think. I think I'm going to use a combat maneuver granted to me by Level Up Advanced 5th Edition. And it's called Eye Slash. So I'm going to make an attack here, trying to slash at this thing's eyes.
Alrighty.
And now because Dullahan is next to me, I also would have sneak attack.
Yes.
So I'm going to take this dagger and try to hit this black guard drake. That's an 18 and it hits.
Yes, full damage.
So what that means is I used 2 of my points for my combat maneuvers, which is all of them because you get as many as your proficiency for your level or whatever. So I can't do any more combat maneuvers until like a short rest. But on a hit, I need the Drake to make a Constitution saving throw. I'm not sure what that would be against.
Let's see here. Why don't we do a little research on your combat maneuver? And this is the which combat maneuver?
Eye Slash.
Eye Slash. Usually it would be against. Here it is. Eye Slash. Climb your. Make a made on a hit.
Yeah.
It looks like the more disciplines. Hours of princes. 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your strength or dex modifier.
We'll do Dex because that's kind of what I've been doing all of my stuff through. So
Alright, so
8,
8 plus 2
10,
plus
13.
13. Alrighty. So let's
I
go.
guess. Yeah.
Let's go ahead and have it make that save. Constitution saving throw. 19.
Of course. Okay, so I guess it's not blinded. That's unfortunately a thing. But I'm still going to deal a whole bunch of damage to this thing with that. 18 damage.
18 damage. Nice.
And I will then take my bonus action with the Psychic Blades to attack again. And unfortunately that misses. That seems that like every second attack I actually get to use, it misses. But that's fine. I see Dullahan next to me and I make a comment as I'm slashing away here. Dullahan, I don't think I got to blind it, but I think you'll be able to hack away and maybe chop off his head next.
Help me shove it off. It's going to take some time to tear this thing to pieces, but if we work together, we should be able to push it over the edge.
Good idea. And that's my turn.
Alrighty. Up next, Ink. The room
Yes,
has
hi.
shifted and changed. There are now railguns shooting at you. 2 black-colored drakes are making their way over towards you with acid dripping from their mouths. What do
Very-
you wish to do next?
Very fun. I am going to change my target and put it on the second Drake because my boys got it. My boys got that other one. I love it for them. And I have a question. Do these Drakes understand Common?
Roll me a quick history check.
History check. Cool. Skills. It's in skills. I have those. History, you said?
Yeah. Let's go for
Cool.
that. 9. You know, normally drakes, and especially because you were riding in the carriage with the drakes, these are not too dissimilar to the ones that carry around all the members of the Fractal Centaurum. They only understand, it seems, at least people only speak to them in Draconic. They never speak back, obviously, but
But they understand. But they do understand Draconic.
yes, yes.
Oh hell yeah! Then I'm speaking in Draconic. What's up? Because I can speak that.
Awesome.
So Ink turns attention to the far Drake, the one near the flower, and in Draconic says, "You have no hope of survival. Flee." And I cast command on that Drake to run away. I'm gonna target it. Do. I like to explain the story, then I do the thing. Then I will cast my spell. My little command. Hello. Ba-ba-ba. Please work. Please work. Please work. Please fail. Gah! Beans.
No, it failed. With the
Oh, it
10.
failed.
Yeah, it sucks at
Oh!
wisdom saving throws.
Oh,
I hate
good,
that
good,
wisdom.
good. Amazing. So it, in Draconic, is told to run away, and now it wants to do that. It's gotta get the fuck out of here. It needs to. It knows. Its numbers up. It's messing with Circle MGU, and there's no hope.
Nice. Does
So
it have to use his reaction immediately to run away?
The target must succeed. The target spends its turn moving away from you by the fastest means possible. So it'll
Okay.
start moving on its next turn,
Perfect.
running away. Just like the eye, like its pupils get really dilated, and it's just like, "Ugh!" Bye.
Love it. Alrighty. Your spell takes hold as you command with a booming voice, and you see that the drake stops in place and begins to slowly back away. Anything else you wish to do on your turn?
Do I have any do I have any other bonus actions that are fun? Ooh. Oh, I should have done that. What was I thinking? I wasn't thinking. It's fine. No, I think I'm good. Yeah, I think I might take a couple steps around Zendaric and get up on the little platform over here. Like, step up the stairs and maybe start moving toward, like, the flower situation in the middle.
Okay.
Maybe. I'm just scooting. I don't want to go too far. Yeah, there's perfect. I don't want to go any further than that. And that's what I'm going to do. Also,
Perfect.
like, I'm like walking closer to the Drake to, like, freak it out more.
Love it. Alrighty. So you go ahead and step closer, noticing. Go ahead and roll me a perception check really quick. Now that you're kind of looking at the flower, strange happenings seem to be happening. So let's see if Ink notices. A 5. It's a very creepy looking flower that
Yeah,
just seems to continue
sucks.
to.
Mostly Ink is just like puffing up their fur and just going like at the Drake, like really squaring up at him and not really paying attention.
Yeah, it's probably about
It's like,
15
oh, this
foot.
flower. Yeah.
It's probably stretched out about 15 feet at this point, and
Love
seems
it.
to be growing. Alrighty. Zendaric, you're up.
Does it look like the flower is interactable with, or is there like a thing, like a control panel in the area?
Roll me an investigation check.
All right. 15.
15. And quickly looking around, I mean, the only thing that seems to be changing and active is that flower in the middle.
Or that thing in the back that I pointed to that looks sort of like an egg and a wheel. Is that like a helm or like a control panel?
Let me see, how far are you from it? I would say you definitely see that it is a moving mechanism. All the mechanism here seem to be moving. There are conveyor belts that are technically further. You can't technically see it from there, but it seems this room is automated. So perhaps that has something to do with it, as well as whatever this flower is that continues to bloom every time the room changes its form.
Okay. As I quickly glance around and I see Ink walk up the staircase, we were hushed whispers to the side about other aspects of this room, and as she walks up the staircase, she walks over those same warp runes that I used to send the Drake, but I quickly augment the location and I'll warp her, if she'll let me, all the way across the map next to the spinning egg.
Them and I consent.
All right. Oh, sorry again. Them.
It's okay. No worries.
Yeah, I'll send them across the map with the warp. Get to the wheel! The egg! The machine! Stop it! And I will use my second level 2 slot and hopefully get them closer, because it would take one of us 100 turns to get there. So my vortex warp allows me to send something anywhere I can visually see. So I'll send them next to that. Hopefully they'll be able to do something on the next turn, and then that will be my action. I will move a little bit closer to my allies, and I don't have a bonus. I will end my turn.
Alrighty. So, after launching your ally across, Ink, just briefly, you do notice that there is now in front of it. You can quickly see that there is this egg-shaped machine with wheels and dials and gears. Seems to be somewhat related to the workings of this room. Perhaps if you fiddle with it, you can stop it altogether, though you're not entirely sure yet. But up next are the guard drakes. So the black guard drake is going to attempt to lunge at both Sully and Dullahan. So first with Dullahan with the bite attack. Natural 20.
Well, Dullahan, it was nice having you in our party.
Ouch.
It's a natural 20. Hold on, I ran closer on purpose to help my allies. So I'll see this and I will say, this can't be where it ends. It's lunging towards your neck, Dullahan, and do my last level 1 spell slot and silvery barbs.
Okay.
Sorry, I know that was a little delayed. I was reading something.
It's fine. All right, so I'll roll one more time. Natural 20.
Okay, so it was meant to be. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll keep the damage and put you back to where you were. Alrighty. So you try. Your unfortunate, your foresight is not enough as it still manages to grapple into the arm of Dullahan and then continues with a tail wipe against Sully.
Oh, and I'll give Sully the bonus energy. And you still have yours, I think, Declan.
9 versus your AC.
Oh, yeah.
Get out of here.
Okay, it jumps back, landing on the ground with a piece of Dullahan in its mouth. As it will end its turn
It jumps
there.
back, you say?
And then, like, it lunged forward back into the place where it was standing.
Hmm.
For all
Alright.
intents and purposes, it didn't technically move out of the square. Black Guard Drake number 2 is going to run and dash. Yeah. Well, it's away from the person who cast it, correct?
Yes. So,
Okay, so now you're there, so technically it would run up here. Getting to the edge of the abyss.
I'll take it.
Alrighty. And that will end its turn. Does it have to make any saves, or is it just over?
I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it just runs away the one time, and then it's like, wait a minute.
It snaps back and looks on over at the group towards the left or the right.
I think. Yeah. It doesn't say that it lasts, so it just
Alright.
says one round.
Ah, perfect. So. The stage goes once again. And once again, the colors flash as the petal grows another 5 feet, completely surrounding or encompassing that inner dial that was there. In doing so, the stage shifts and blinks as you are now entered the next stage. As the acid no longer shows, as it changes more into an aquatic, water-like room. Fog glowing around, and mist and fog glowing as the temperature shoots down to freezing levels. And I need everyone to please make me Constitution saving throws.
Ah, nuts. Okay.
It was nice knowing all of you. Wonderful
Oh,
people.
Sully! Sully!
Fails. Ink just fails.
Ah, nuts.
And everyone else succeeds. So you all take too many d4s for this one. There we go. 4 points of cold damage, halved if you succeeded.
Does my nat 20 give me none?
You know what? I will say yes. You're not. You are able to, because you got nat 20, push through the cold, and you will not take any damage.
Oh, thank goodness.
But everyone else will. Dullahan, you take 2 points of damage. And 4 points to Sully. And 4 points to Ink. As yet again, another collection of fog begins to solidify, but has not reached the point where you get the sense that more drakes may be on its way. Dullahan, you're up next.
Yeah, I think he's just going to look at Sully and the condition that they're in. Have you got it in you? Can you help? And Dullan is going to once again try and shove this thing off the platform.
Alrighty. So are you both doing it? So you're gonna hold your action assist, and you and Sully are gonna use your actions to push at advantage. Is that the idea, or are you gonna individually do it?
I burned through kind of everything I had last time around, so I can hold my action if you think this is worth going for it.
I mean, I think it's at least going to give us advantageous results for the roll itself by doing what I want to do. So I think that makes it worth it.
Okay.
Otherwise, we're both pretty much dead on this next round of attacks.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'll hold mine until Sully.
Okay.
Got it. Sully, you're up.
That being the case, I look at Dullahan, kind of give him a nod, without trying to give too much away to the Drake, who might be eyeing both of us up suspiciously at this point. And I reach into my pack knowingly for my 1,000 ball bearings and take a large handful of a couple hundred and throw them underneath of this Drake, thinking that it will make the Drake off balance when it tries to stand firm up against Dullahan pushing it. And I'd like to kind of goad it into falling backwards and slipping off the edge.
Alrighty. So I will give it disadvantage because of the bearings, and then I will give Dullahan advantage due to that with these contested checks as you go ahead and throw down the ball bearings, and it loses its footing in the process.
18.
All right, so at disadvantage, it will do a 5.
Oh, fuck yes!
As you push the Drake off, and you see it go as it falls down into the water, turning into an icicle, an iceberg, as it freezes in place and it starts to sink. And it's no more.
Something, Drake covered in ice. Something about Canada.
Oh my goodness. But you both still technically have your movements, which I will allow you to use now if you want to both use it.
Yeah, I look back at Zendarek. Zendarek, quick! Watch out for all these ball bearings and just walk around where Dullahan is. We need to get out of here.
Go to where Ink is. We must head down the gateway towards where Lucian is. There's an anchor on the gate.
Yeah. DM, if I, begin running and I look across that little mechanical looking bridge and look at that center gear, do I see a bunch of schematics and papers and stuff on that table? Is that accurate?
Circle the table, the area you're talking about. Just want to make sure. There were. I can go ahead and roll me a quick perception check.
Alrighty. Come on now.
6. There were paperwork there, but it's now since the battle has progressed, the petals have completely covered it. They'll either have to destroy the petals, or kind of sift your way through it if you want to get back to the paperwork.
I was just gonna grab stuff and run. But I'll just run past it then
Alrighty.
instead.
Delahan, do you also wish to move?
Yeah, he's going to try and get to as close as he can.
Got it. So, with you dispatching the Drake, but the others, more clouds are slowly forming, and you see that they're forming. I'll actually give you an idea of where they are. Over in this general direction. Ink, it is your go. In front of you is a strange mechanical contraption. Could be tied to everything here. You're not sure. What do you wish to do?
If I try and investigate this for any sort of understanding mechanisms, is that my action?
Yes.
Cool. Neat. Yeah. I'll do that then. I'm just sort of gonna give it a look-see. I'm trying to figure out what I should. Oh wait, what does that do? My whole life. Oh, okay. Okay, I like that. I forgot that I had that. Cool. Should an investigation would be good, or
Investigation or perception. I'll allow either.
I will do investigation. And can I add my jack of all trades ability to that?
Ah, yes.
So how do I do that? Can I just like?
It should already be applied. At least I
You
thought.
see like the half star on your skill? If it is, it's already applied.
Yeah, it might already be. I believe it's already applied, but I'll double check yours.
Oh, cool. That's cool then. Yeah. Investigation away. How's a 19 doing for Chaboy?
19. So, Ink, you begin quickly assessing the situation. You don't have a lot of time to really peruse this object, but you were just thinking back to things we might have messed with the elders or back in your tribe, and it starts to make sense. Actually, the caravan didn't have much different contraptions with all their different shows and ensembles that they put on, and this room, whatever's powering it, because there is a power source right in the middle of this large egg-like chamber. This must be what's powering all this, connecting it to whatever dark place that these dragons are being summoned from. You could, but it'll be an action, can take the time to power it off.
I want to do that.
All right, you'll have to wait till your next turn to do so, though.
Okay, that's totally fine. I do not see pull lever as a bonus action on my character sheet, so I shall wait. And that's all I got. I'll just go pondering and then ready.
Got it. Zendark.
Exactly, champion. Yes, my cat is very supportive.
He's about those decisions.
Yes.
Seeing the ball bearings and heeding Sully's aid, I will sort of skirt around the edge and run my. Hello, I'm trying to count my counts before you're accepting it.
Sorry.
I don't know. I think I might be one more, so that would be 30. And then I will bonus action dash 5, 10, 15. 25, 30. Might as well, right? And
Wait, you can bonus action dash, or are you just using your action to dash?
Sorry, action to dash. No, I can't bonus action. I'm not a. Did those athletics courses help me in that way? Can I change? Can I
You did not pick up a rogue subclass somewhere there.
Can I get a D4 to running? Yeah, no, I meant sorry. Movement action to run. And I don't have a bonus, and I will just sort of shout out, like, we need to go. And that's it.
Alrighty. The Drake, that is snapped. Oh, actually, number 1 is dead. So we'll get rid of number 1. Number 2 snaps out of his stupor and will run. Let's see. It will dash its full movement. getting right down here. It's making its way to you. But we'll end this turn with that. Top of the round, the lair itself will then begin to form those mists as two blue-colored drakes. Two white-colored drakes appear. There we are. On the edge, on the side ledge. And will end their turn for their initiative roll. Comes much after all of yours. Two more foes have appeared. Dullahan, what do you do in response?
I think Dullahan, like, eyeing the situation and seeing how everybody is hurt, he's gonna hold his action, specifically just to allow Sully to get ahead, so that as soon as Sully passes, Dullahan is going to keep running towards Ink then. But he's literally just going to hold until Sully passes.
Got it.
All right.
You prepare. Sully, it's your go.
Dullahan's in dark. Fuck this place. We need to just run. And I just run and then dash as far as I can. 50 feet at a time.
Alrighty. Ink, you're up.
I pull the lever on the machine.
Alrighty, so you use your action to look at around and see the buttons and the different gears and knobs and begin hitting them one by one. You see that the power source inside, the strange cube-like tesseract floating inside of the egg. As you do hit the buttons more and more and turn, you realize the pattern needed, and as you turn the dials, the final dials, it begins to power down slowly but surely until finally, zoop, the tesseract falls down, kink, 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 kink. And everything just powers down. The gun rails power down. The frost in the air disappears, warming up a bit as the room turns back to its original state that it was in when you had first arrived.
Is this Tesseract an object she could grab? Or
Totally
they could grab?
can. You can free action grab if they want to.
I do that. Pick it up.
All right.
Was it?
You have a, about the size of your fist, heavy, thick, dense cube within a cube within a cube. It's see-through, and it was glowing this bluish hue, but now it's just completely clear and almost heavy like lead.
I pulled out the power source. Hopefully nothing will get us anymore. How's everybody? Ink's just yelling across there. How's everybody feeling?
Not great.
Get over here. I can cure wounds.
All right.
Dullahan, don't fall behind. That Drake is coming.
Yeah, Dullahan's gonna run, seeing that Sully has passed him, he's gonna leg it. That was his holding his action.
All right. Ink, you also see coming into view about, let's see the distance, 150 feet away, at the end of the hall, is the vision of Lucian, just arms apart, holding open something, and you see him yelling at you. You can't hear him, you just see him yelling in the distance. As Zendarik, it is now your turn.
All right, I will keep pace with Dullahan and Sully and run 30 feet around the corner and down the staircase. And oh fuck. I know. Okay, I don't know if this will work. I'm going to. No, I don't know. I'm going to try and use the prestidigitation to create a light symbol in the air, like in front of me, the runes and the glyphs that Lucian told me, to try and create like a spatial anchor for us to like connect with him. Because I know that like weird magic tunnel got a tunnel. You got to have 2 points to make a connection. So I'm trying to create the runes like as I'm running forward. Since he's the one that he only taught, he taught me real quick before I came through. So,
So you're preparing the key, so to speak, to exit?
Yeah, exactly. I'm preparing the key. Thank you.
Got it. I would say it doesn't take an action, so if you want to dash, you can.
Okay, then I will. Yeah, I will start to get those runes in the air. I can't dash that far. I will action dash forward here. And you see like the like points that Zendark is touching in the air and creating pulling the arcane weave. And that will be my full go.
All right. Next up, the new drakes that appeared. These white-colored dragonoids and you can see back in this room, they're slowly taking damage from the intense heat as movements are halved, back not being in their that zone that they were in, but they will go ahead and attempt to make their way down there, but they can only dash 30 feet. So one gets about there, and the next, the same on the other side. And now the Black Guard Drake will 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It just can't get Dullahan, so we'll end his turn after dashing and getting right behind him.
Dullahan actually should have been forward, right?
Dullahan's at the bottom of the stairs. You just need to accept his movement.
Oh, got it.
The trigger was Sully running by, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
He held his action and then dashed forward.
Yes. So in that case, it will just continue going to dash 10, 15. So it gets about here then. Alrighty. Noted. Thank you very much. That ends. The lair does not get a turn anymore because the lair has been turned off. But the flower in the back is still pulsing strong. Might be tied to the drakes themselves. But at this point, you're in escape mode. As Dullahan, it is your turn.
The Black Drake, he's going to, I think, seeing that it's kind of gaining on Sully, he's going to turn back and just fixing his blade at it, he's going to cast Ray of Sickness on it.
Okay.
To try and just bring this thing down, or at least make it chuck its guts up. Okay, how does one cast this? Sorry. Sorry, I can see it now. Attack. Range +2. That's a 21 to hit.
21 hits. Nice. Roll damage.
It also has to make a con save against a DC 10.
All right. Go ahead and hit that save button. That should also be listed there.
And that on top of the 7, because I have my Necrotic Shroud on, it takes another 4 necrotic damage.
Nice.
So it's 7 poison and 4 necrotic damage.
I'll apply that.
Then...
Succeeded though in its Constitution saving throw.
Okay, so it's not poisoned.
Okay.
And then after blasting it, he's just going to kind of run kind of up to Ink. Yep, and that's as much as Dullahan can do this time around. Kind of just looking at what Ink is holding in their hands. Is that it? Like, is it? Can we get out? And kind of, I think maybe even half running through what Zendark was doing with the lights and the glowing stuff. It's that like push it. What does like? And he hasn't a clue what it is. It's a
Yeah.
it's a cube.
Ink takes the other hand that's not holding the Tesseract and is like, doesn't matter, we're leaving, and just like pushes Dullahan like to keep him go, like kind of doing like that, you know, the coach sending the kids out of the and like patting them on the back. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, just like helping you as a free action, giving you a little push toward the exit.
Awesome. So, with Dullahan embracing that darkness inside and inflicting it upon the Black Drake, he rushes across. As Sully, do you do the same?
I'm going to run like the fucking wind, and also in the process of doing that, I'm just going to continue to throw more ball bearings behind me on the steps, and like if these drakes are going to pursue us on foot, they are going to potentially slide into the bottom where this magma is.
Awesome sauce. Now you toss back those ball bearings. They go definitely in the path that the drakes have been following. Hopefully that.
Plus,
will
like
aid.
all over the steps. So if they like take one wrong step on the staircase, they're just like gonna eat it and hopefully fall over the side.
Fantastic. Ink, you're up next.
Cool. As everybody is running past Ink, Ink is going to take their free hand and reach into their tan bag of tricks. And they are going to pull out a small, fuzzy, almost shapeless object and throw it 20 feet sort of in front of the stairs, and it is going to turn into a giant hyena. Thank you very much.
Nice.
Yes. So a giant hyena has now appeared at the bottom of the steps. Have fun with that. And Ink is going to, as a bonus action, command this giant hyena to protect us as we make our escape. It is going to attack our enemies and hold its ground.
Is this the area you wish it to be?
Yeah. So if they don't fall into the lava, they gotta fight a giant hyena now.
Fantastic. All right, so the giant hyena holds its ground at the bottom of the steps, waiting. It will use its action to attack the creatures once it's in range, if it doesn't fall into the pits below.
Yes. And then Ink says, "Get out of here! I'm right behind you."
Awesome. All right, you still have your movement, or are you hanging out there?
Yeah, I'm just gonna hang back and make sure everybody's in front of me. I don't know why. Ink's just like that right now. It's like,
got it. Zendarik, you're up.
You don't gotta tell him twice. He's gotta also open the the key. So he will run forward, hands outstretched, and seeing Lucian at the end of this corridor, will try and like connect the pattern, and continue to run, and I guess like open the way. So I'll dash as well. Or action dash.
Okay, so you begin to see Lucian come to view, and he's just pointing over at the door, yelling at you. You because you've heard, because you know the sequences to enter. You have a special connection, and you can kind of break through the veil and hear him yelling out at you in a whispered hurry, as you can begin to open up the path. The white guard drakes are gonna go. They'll have to just dash their way all the way around because they're not jumping across. Getting behind here and behind here. Alrighty. The black guard drake will run across in 15, 25, 30. We'll make a dexterity saving throw to see if it falls off the ledge with the ball bearings. Okay. 13, not bad. So like go ahead and just roll me a d20 with your proficiency and dexterity. Just need a number to go up against it. So 2, and I think you have a +4 to dex or +3 to dex. $22. All right. So you place them perfectly as the drake slips, losing its grip on the ground and falls into the lava. 100% dying because this is not the red one which will survive the lava. So this one is gone.
Bye.
Smell you later.
You smell charred.
Dullahan, you're up.
Oh, I think you're muted, Declan.
I'm woeful at like multi-tabbing, so I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, Dullan is kind of seeing that everybody is kind of doing their best to try and stave off the drakes, and with kind of limited options, he's just going to dash to try and keep up with Zindarik. Go a little bit further than that. Oop, I've got 10 more feet. Yeah, he's going to go to there.
Perfect.
I took my dash action, by the way, as well, so you can just skip my turn.
Oh.
And just gonna shout back at Ink, move it, and like that's literally it. Doesn't look over his shoulder again. He's just gonna assume that Ink is just gonna move it.
Alrighty. So, at this point, because they really don't have much of a chance to escape, as the hyena stands ground and combats against these drakes, you Ink, you see your allies run in front of you, and can immediately start running as well. As Zindarik, you start to approach the large opening where Lucian becomes more and more into view. As you walk up to it, you can see all the magical spheres and circles and patterns around you. Go ahead and roll me at advantage because you made the check last time and succeeded. Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check to see if you can quickly open up the runes and complete the incantation. 24. Nice. So, as Zindarik, you go ahead, your eyes focusing, it's turning the magical circles inside of them, just changing their formation until finally locking onto the proper one. You stretch out your hand, and in doing so, the veil begins to piece, and all where it was just muted in the sounds of lava behind you, now you can hear, hurry, as Lucian is holding on, sweat dripping down his brow as he's holding it over, and you all, if you so choose, can easily jump on through one by one to make it to the other side. Unless someone specifically wishes to stay in the corridor.
No.
Let's get out of here.
No, we're good. Yeah.
Okay.
I was
So,
like,
stunk. Let's get out of here.
I was like, I got one more level 2 spell slots. If any being cheeky, I'll just vortex warp them out.
So, you all just jump through. As the last of you, Ink jumps through, finally, Lucian releases his hand, dropping his hands to his side as spider tendrils, or almost like tendrils of electricity shoot across the hallway opening. Eventually, as you see, the drakes have made their way past the hyena and are trying to make their way up there. They are blasted into the protective force field as Lucian goes, it's done. Are you all right? Are you all right, everyone?
Not really, no. That was much more arduous than I thought. And you see like singe marks and like acid stains and like soot on us.
Lucian looks on over at you, staring with just this look of happiness that you're free, but just fear that he almost lost you. As he goes, "Oh, why don't you fucking ever do that again? Come, we have to get out of here. You can't be seen leaving out of the infinite corridor. Come, let's go back to the dorm. Now." And as you all go with Lucian, he looks back one last time, looking to see if anyone noticed. He looks up and then quickly follows behind you, leading you back to your dormitory. And that's where we'll take a break.
Wow, we did it. We lived.
That was very close.
And Big Steve was there too. And Ink hugged Big Steve as soon as he got out the door.
Of course, yes. Big Steve was waiting with Lucian as well.
Sweet friend.
So
I gotta add him to my equipment.
we'll make
He's
him a
mine.
companion. Yeah, he's yours now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that, we'll take a quick 10-minute break. I know this went a little bit longer than we normally do before breaks, but we'll go and then we'll have a final conclusion of this episode. So stay tuned. We'll be back in about 5-10 minutes or so. See you soon. And we are back. Welcome back, everyone. So let's remove the
Hi.
bookmark.
Oh, hello. It's been so long.
I know, it's been like 10 minutes.
Too
An
long.
eternity.
Eternity.
But let's remove the bookmark and continue our epic tale. MGUs, you're rushed into your war room, and not going into the dorm. Lucian stops, closing the door behind you all as you're inside of this large facility. Now, speak. Explain yourselves. What happened?
I don't know if we're allowed to actually tell you what happened.
What do you mean you're not allowed to tell me?
Well, I don't know, Ink. I think you had a slightly different thing happen.
I mean, it overall wasn't as different, but it was all really strange.
I remember a distinct different experience. I was sort of falling through rooms and like appeared in a chair in front of, I don't know, a fate? Would I'm Zendark's trained in history. Would he like have an idea of like maybe like if this is a cataloged power or like something someone has spoken of before?
Why don't you go ahead and roll me a history check?
Natural 20 for 26.
Oh, bam!
Wow. 26. So, that when you were in that room encountering that strange entity, there was something, I wouldn't say familiar, not that you've seen this person before, but recognized in a book you've read. Yes. During one of your studies back at your estate, you read about the Morai, the Fates. They are aspects of the Nine, in a sense, and they hold the power of destiny and portent. Could that have been one of them? No, you're sure. I mean, they dealt out the cards of fate. But how? Why? How? Is that impossible?
Okay. So you see, after Zendark sort of points out that like Ink's sort of like push back. I said, no, you definitely had a different experience, but I get quiet for a second and I like think about it and also like brush some of the soot off. I really think that those were the cards of fate. Those were prophecies or destinies, and what's the term? And I'll say in like Elvish, Morani, and then translate it back into common. The Morai.
No, that clearly had to be some kind of illusion, right? That wasn't real. That didn't.
I felt such immense power coming from that being. There's no way that was an illusion.
If those drakes were certainly real. Oh, that fate person was definitely real.
How's Lucian reacting to us talking about this?
Yeah, what's Papa like?
He is just staring at all of you in shock. A combination of shock and worry, fear on him as you mention these things, as you describe this fate, this Morai that you had saw, as he begins pacing you around you, like a dog eyeing something curious, keeping his distance as he goes. That's impossible. The infinite corridor is an infinite realm connecting to all others. Many have traversed many of them, but the one place that all mages wishes to reach. This is the door of fate, to find out what's in store for them, to find the secrets. But the Morai never opened their door for anyone, and you're telling me that they opened the door for you.
Well, Dullahan asked. He asked to find power and information, something to help him. I guess the more I heard him.
He stares over at Dullahan.
Dylan has said nothing the entire time. He's just leaning against the wall with his like arms folded, just kind of like not really there in body, but definitely not in spirit. And kind of hearing Sully say his name. I didn't ask. It was a fortune telling, at best. They said nothing.
Dullahan, you asked for some sort of power, some sort of something greater that's hidden away here that you could use.
Right.
Well, I'd say that finding out your own destiny is pretty fucking powerful.
It at the very least fits your brief.
Do you want to know what they said? Do you want to know my grand destiny?
If you're willing to share it.
I'm going to slay. But the thing is, with all this wonderful power I have, I still can't do anything with it. I'm a slayer. I'm going to slay something, someone. I have all this power. He has said it, and he's going to point at Lucian. Faustus has said it. I don't know what they're talking about. I wanted something real. Something I can hold. Something that I can use. You can't use words. And that's all there were. Words.
The words of the Morai are not to be taken lightly, Dullahan. They are one of the most powerful entities that exists within the multiplanes, second only to the Nine themselves. If one of them reached out to you, indeed your destiny. And he takes a pause, and he looks back towards the large stained glass window, and looks back at the rest of you. Your destiny may very well shape this very plane of Adramel. Seraphim was right. There is something with this circle. What else? What else did you discover? I thought I saw something akin to the Nine Hells as I peered through the veil. What happened? Where were you?
It was a room of machinations and pipes and
Changing elements and
gears and drakes.
a big flower thing.
Weren't there other doors?
No, I looked.
You mean in
for
the
doors.
hallway?
Yes.
Oh yeah, there were an infinite amount of doors.
Doors upon doors. Also upon doors.
But after our time with the Morai, we were back in the hallway and all of the doors shut. Except for that one.
Lucian ponders. You see him thinking, the wheels turning in his head. Why would the door shut? The infinite corridor, when someone enters, does not want those to leave. and each door vies for supremacy, trying to grab the unfortunate souls that walk its walls. But they all shut except for one. Anything else? Do you have any hints, any places of where you could have been?
I use a psionic whisper, or a psychic whisper, to Zendarek. Should we tell him about the Tesseract? Or should we keep that to ourselves for now?
You Susan Dark nod.
It wasn't yes or no.
Like yes, like nod yes, you should tell him. I will telepathically push back into your mind. I think we should
Okay.
tell him. I can also have telepathy. I will yeah, I'll say back, I think we should tell him he's like the only teacher I trust here. He's saved us so many times.
Okay.
As the two of you are silently discussing whether or not to tell Lucian, Ink just goes, and then we found this battery thing.
Perfect.
Lucian takes a look at it and begins expecting it with his eyes. He starts to peruse it up and down. Do you mind? As he goes to try to grab it from you.
I hand it over.
So he takes it, places it into his hand, and begins turning it around, checking every nook and cranny. I've never seen something like this. This is advanced. This... And he begins... A realization comes over him. This is something that looks similar to what they develop in Lumaria. It's advanced. The artificers there create such things. Power source of some kind. I am not an artificer myself and unaware of their arts.
Do I make a history check or an insight check to understand what he's talking about?
Yeah, you can roll me a history check, sure. Let's see how well you know the world around you.
Probably not well. It's an 11.
An 11. You know, Lumaria is one of the Pentaz, the most advanced of the Pentaz to the south. The wintry city, the city of lights. It's run by artificers in the Senate. Other than that, that's the kind of the basic knowledge of it. I think I should have this. He stops. Suddenly, no. No one can find out that you went to the Infinite Corridor. You will be expelled. I'm so sorry that we have to keep doing this, but let's add this to the secrets that we keep between ourselves. I will not report this to the temporary headmistress or any of the other deans. We will deal with the repercussions of that at another time. I don't know where you were or what pulled you. It had to have been some type of plane of existence or in order to be connected to the Infinite Corridor. But if it's Lumaria, I don't know. I may have someone who might be able to give us some insight. A Lumarian. But you found this, and this is rightfully yours. If you want, I can take it off your hands. If not, I can leave it with you.
Let's keep it in here, so we'll all know where it is the whole time together. Yeah, let's
I like
do that.
That's a good solution, Ink.
Fair enough.
I'm into it.
Think like picks up like one of the cushions in the couch and like pokes open a hole and like puts it in the couch.
I don't know. Fine. This room is warded anyway. I will reach out to my contacts and see if they are trustworthy, which I believe they are, and what they can tell us about this strange contraption and where you've been. Do not step even anywhere close to the Infinite Corridor again. Do I make myself clear?
I understand, but do you understand? As I pointedly look at and say that at Doulahan.
Got it.
It's late, or close to evening classes. I suggest you either rest or look up on the expedition board and see if you can grab something.
No.
Uh,
I'm going to bed.
yeah, I'm going to cook myself dinner and mend my clothing and then go to sleep.
There.
There will be no more learning this evening.
Yeah, we got our asses kind of handed to us, as the elders would say.
Sleep sounds pretty good right now.
I'll leave you to it then. Good evening, and be safe. As he flourishes his cloak and makes his way out of the war room back into the Fractal Centaurum, leaving the four of you to your own devices.
They could be vices too. It's fine.
Yeah.
So what would you like to do?
Go to bed.
Yeah, very injured. We can have a discussion when our HP's back up a little.
I'm not ready to go to sleep. I mean, I am tired, exhausted, but Zendark's mad. Like, he went into the corridor after them because your allies went in, and Lucian said, go after him. So he's gonna say, I hope you found what you're looking for. Or if not, I hope you just get out of my life, because you're trying to end this circle. We have lost so many people, and you have been given this precious gift of new people that may be able to help you. But because you're so fixated on an object, you're unwilling to even ask us to help you or learn
An object.
anything.
I'm fixated on my mother. I'm fixated on trying to find my family and an object. Who are you? Who
That's
are
what you
you?
asked for. I wasn't there, but Sully and Ink, I believe my allies over, I believe you, screaming for power, going into a place you've never heard of before, almost ending all of our lives.
I didn't ask you to come in. I didn't ask any of you to follow me. If you wanted to protect your circle, Zendark, you could have stayed outside. After all, apparently, they're replaceable. I'm here.
That's not generally how this works. It's supposed to be something sacred, and if you can't respect the sanctity of the ritual, then I don't know what to say. You're not even giving us a chance. Yes, I don't know you. You don't know me either, but that doesn't mean that's how it has to be.
You're right. And Dullin's gonna leave. He's just gonna go out. He's just going for air.
Okay.
I'm going to go over to Ink and be like, please use the stone and tell Lucian that he's leaving again. I have no energy to deal with him.
You know you have no uses, though.
Yeah.
I wasn't there when they used it, so I don't know.
Is this all happening like right before I go off to bed then? Because I
Yeah.
guess we're all kind
Yeah, I think we got a little stopped.
I look at Zendark. It's like, it's your turn to go after him.
I don't know what to say to him. I've offered my hand and offered our group and our circle like
I
time over time, and he just
I hear what you're saying, Zendaric, but I don't know if this is a saying that is strictly from where I come from, but we're always told that you can attract more flies with honey rather than vinegar. It's very useful when trying to get them out of the house.
I have not heard that phrase before.
Well, I think what Sully's trying to get at is we have made our intentions of aid and protection known to Dullahan, and it is up to him to choose us, I guess. So I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll probably tell Lucian that Dullahan left in the morning if Dullahan isn't back in the morning. But you can't chase somebody you don't want to get caught, I guess.
You're right.
But I hope they stick around. Come on, Big Steve. Let's get some sleep.
Follows you. Sully, do you go into your room, go to sleep as well?
Oh, yeah.
Zendaric, what are you doing?
I don't know. I'm trying to determine if what Sully said, if he meant it literally or if he meant it figuratively. Because Zendaric, he feels like he has been going after Dullahan, trying to, but not physically in this moment. Yeah, let's go for it. Okay, I'm going to be like, fuck it. Beat up, tired. Just going to try and stalk after Dullahan and see where he went. And I'm not going to try and, be a creep about it. I just want to, be there. Just, sort of... Maybe he'll look back and see me creeping about, but I'm not trying to be like that. I'm just trying to, I don't know. Just trying to, see where he goes and, maybe give him a chance to say something.
So you stealthing behind him so he doesn't notice you?
No. I'm obviously just, walking, 100 feet behind him.
Got it.
Or, hopefully, I don't know where he went. I'm going to see if I can find where he went and just sort of, be around.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a quick investigation check, please.
19?
19. All right. So, Dullahan, you have left the confines of the war room back into the school proper, as many different students are walking by in this place, this labyrinth of sorts that's so foreign to you. You are alone with your own thoughts as you make your way down the stairs and out the front. You do notice, though, just in the corner of your eye as you make your way outside, the tall elven circle member, Zendarix, is kind of following you down the stairs, though keeping a distance as you make your way out for fresh air. What do you do?
How much time has passed since we were in the Infinite Corridor? Is it are we talking? It was literally, for every second that we felt, it was the same out here, or kind of, I guess, what time of the day are we at?
So you went into Infinite. Yeah, you went into the corridor about late afternoon, and looks to be getting early evening. So the normal amount of time passed, it seems.
Okay. Again, for Dullahan, even knowing that Zendaric is back there, it's like I can't get 2 seconds to myself and my thoughts. I can't get 2 seconds to. It's that thing of, and there's a part of this for Dullahan that hurts an awful lot, because it's his mother used to constantly scold him for not talking it out there and then, and it's a case of Dullahan broods, he dwells and he fixates and he dissects and he imagines the conversation going in 10 different directions. But because he just doesn't want to think about the Circle and Zendaric and this thing of being a Slayer. He's like, fine, I'm a Slayer. I'm going to go and slay something. And he's looking for the expedition board. He's looking for something to go and find and kill and slay. So that's what he's looking for. He's looking for the expedition board.
Okay. So Zendaric, you see him heading towards the expedition board, that chamber where all the quests are handed out in the classes, and begin to follow him there. If you don't stop him, then you do, and it's a new sensation for you, Dullahan, at this point, but when you travel, you seem to know where you're going. The image, the path just appearing in your mind as you find yourself inside of this large atrium-like room full of boards and not several students. It's the evening, so there are not a lot of students, but there are students walking up and grabbing papers from the selected different class and quests and bringing it to the gnome at the front desk. As you walk on over for the quest section where danger is, you can easily begin to read all the quests. There are quests all the way from rank S, which you know actually, I don't think you know what your rank is yet. But there are quests all the way from rank S all the way to G, of all different types.
He's like, if G is, pick some apples at the orchard because I've got a broken leg, he's gonna skip it, and he's looking find the big bad awful demonic entity that's hell raising our village, because that's the other thing that is really bothering Dullahan right now, is that everything is centered around this god-forsaken school, and the people below don't seem to matter. The people of Monaster don't seem to matter. These little villages don't seem to matter to these people. So he's looking for, we need help, monster. Anything that has that. So he's scanning the board looking for, please kill this awful creature. Okay. That's what he's looking for.
Well, the next one that has, so there's a C tier that says, sentient gnolls have taken residency in a nearby mountain west of Ertundale, seeking a circle to exterminate, as well as a list of information on there. There's a B tier, which you don't know, but is with the maximum that your group can currently take with your prestige. That says, wanted with a circle with at least 3 prestige. Investigation and reconnaissance on the city of Provalia. And it is a dangerous mission with the possibility of irreparable damage. Speak to the front desk for more information. And according to the details, it seems to be a pretty dangerous mission. There's also an A tier that says for A tier circles to dispatch a demon that has taken refuge in a nearby town. And then finally, there's an S-class one that says the dismantlement of the grand hex of the north. Report to the head mistress for more details. All right, so those are the 4 things you see.
You just really gotta bait me, don't you? You just gotta really just dangle that out. He's gonna take all 4. He's like, it literally, he's just gonna take all 4. Like, he doesn't know how this works, but it's also a thing of, fine, I'll slay all of these things in whatever way it comes. I will slay all these. So he takes all 4.
Okay.
and
Dark,
walks to
you-
the front desk.
Perfect. Zendar, you see him take these from the board as you step inside as well, and he walks on over towards the desk. Do you do anything, or do you continue to follow in silence?
No, I wasn't trying to like hide myself, and I don't know. I was just worried that I was gonna get into trouble. So now that I see that he's like interacting with the school, and not like running away. I'm just gonna go back to the room. I'm not gonna like try and hide it either. I'm just gonna like turn and go.
Okay. All right. You stop in place, seeing that he has not left the premise, and walk back towards the room. As Dullahan, you walk up to the front desk. A little gnomish woman with a long brown cloak sits there with bifocals on top of her nose. Excuse me. Hello, welcome. Oh, 3 here. Well, aren't you the overachiever? Let's see what you have there, please. Pass it over here.
He's as foul-tempered and as just annoyed and vexed as he is. He's not like that because you don't treat staff like that. So he's just gonna gently kind of put everything on the counter and just slide it over to her.
Okay.
Can I start these now?
I mean, certainly. Let's see here. Just make sure you qualify. Okay. Ooh, the Knoll business. Okay, yes, definitely. They're willing to pay us a high top gold for this one. And what do we have here? Ooh, yes. Your circle is of prestige 3, right? Would you mind just placing your hand here? And she pulls out a little small orb.
He's as he kind of puts his hand over it. Paid.
But yes. Go ahead.
These people are paying for our help.
Right. Yes. You, the way it works here, I don't know if this is your first quest, is that you as spellbinders are hired by the people of Greymore, and you go around and completing their tasks as an advanced force is a way for you to earn your keep here, of course, and a portion of it goes back to the school, which provides for your room and board and your learnings and your books and so on and so forth, as well as money for yourself so you can get by and purchase things that you need.
Of course it does.
Oh, yeah, so it's finished here. Oh, it seems like your circle... Oh, the Magoo, it seems, though, written here. Oh, yeah, you're that circle. Oh, well, according to this, you are only of Prestige 3, so unfortunately this A, and she quickly takes it, and this S are not available to you. But you have, and she slides the B and C tier next to you, these two here. The B tier pays quite a bit. Looks like 1,500 gold pieces. And looks like the C tier here pays 800 gold pieces.
And sorry, Omar, the C was the Knolls, the B was the
reconnaissance investigation. It definitely had less information on it than the other one, but it does say to inquire with the front desk for more information.
Yeah. Immediately the whole reconnaissance and investigation is just no. Whereas Knolls, it's explicitly stated exterminate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he's just gonna tap that one and be like, this one, Knolls.
Oh, certainly. Oh, yes. All right, so it looks like you need to make your way over to the Mystic Mountains, to the west. There seems to be a few towns, Merville, Summerfield, and Raconley, that seem to be banding their money together to purchase our services. These Knolls, located in one of these many caves in the Mystic Mountains, seem to be stealing jewels and all the valuables, but they've escalated and now they're doing acts of violence against the people there. And we are not sure what their number is, but for a C tier and above, it should be sufficient enough. They're estimating about 15 to 20 Knolls.
I'm new here. How do I? Is there a way to get to the Mystic Mountains from here? Is there a device, or
Well, of course.
can I rent a horse? He's just kind of like, again, newbie.
Oh, no, of course, of course. You're B tier, so you should be receiving your wyvern shortly. I suggest you speak with your circle advisor and make yourself over to the wyvern chamber. And there you will be paired with one, and you would just ride it to your location. If not, then we certainly can get you some land moving animals, like horses or something like that.
Kind of, and she was inferring that I have to contact Lucian, correct? Like
Yes.
that, like he's the circle advisor. Yeah. He's gonna take a breath. Yeah, I'll do that. Is that all? Is this is our job now? We have to do this. We have to fix this.
Well, yes, if you're accepting it, yes, you're taking responsibility, and I'm assuming you have the agreements of the rest of the members of your circles?
I do.
Excellent, then. Then all you need to do is just sign here. It will be accepted, and this will be placed upon your circle. Of course, we wish you to complete it within 2 weeks' time, and as always, this is a school, so you'll be graded on your performance.
Again, Dolan's shaking his head, and he signs his name.
As you sign your name, like an illusionary script floats over the contract, signing just like you, solidifying onto it as it rolls up, and she hands it over to you. All the details you'll need will be listed inside. We do suggest you take it within the next couple days when requests come in that are usually urgent. So, good luck, and I hope you are successful. I heard that your circle had some problems with your first quest. Something about it being, I don't know, like altered or something. But I'm sure you'll be fine now. The headmistress is making sure everything is up to code.
He's like totally confused. Like the quest was altered. He knows that something went awry. Like he knows that the quest didn't plan out, but yeah, I got it. Thanks. And he takes the parchment from the counter, and he's gonna head back to their war room, their dormitory, effectively, with the quest.
Alrighty. So you have accepted the Knoll Extermination quest for your circle. As you go ahead and take the parchment, you walk back out of the room, making your way up the stairs around, heading back to the location of your dormitory. Go ahead and roll me a quick perception check, please.
Okay. $14.
14, okay. As you kind of make your way halfway there, walking through these beautiful halls, you pass by in like kind of like a relaxing area where there are chairs and a window, almost like a den of sorts, that continues through towards the hall to your dormitory. As you pass by, you see a half-elven gentleman standing there, his hair there's mixture of black and blonde in it, though it looks like the blonde is taking more of a precedence. As you pass by him, and he goes, well, are you the new kid I hear has joined the, what do they call themselves, MGUs? Such a stupid name.
Who are you?
Oh, you don't know who I am? That's how I know you're new. My name is Meter. Grem Meter.
Oh. Yeah, sorry. The name, that rings a bell now.
Oh, of course you've heard of me. My father's on the council, of course. I mean, I know you're in a circle with that Zendaric, but let me give you a little advice. If you follow the House of Zen, you'll only go to folly. Just a bit of warning. It's good to have friends in the right places. And I can be a very powerful friend.
God damn it, Omar. What did you say about Zendaric and the House of Zen? Who?
Oh, they are. My father tells me that there's soon going to be a fallen house dealing with financial issues and other things. They right now they run Quandrix, but rumor has it that they're going to be falling on sad times, something with the uncle. I'm not really sure. And you're new here and very interesting. And I would thought you would want a good chance to get yourself in with the right people. Yes, I know you can choose your circle and all, but you can choose your friends.
Oh.
And all I would ask in return, as friends do, is just give me some information, the doings of Zendaric and, what he's up to. Any whispers you happen to hear?
And can I Dullahan get up really close to him? This is obviously a much more private kind of conversation. And what's in it for me?
He gets in close as well. Well, yeah, if you notice, things around here can be a little strict, but there's many secrets and loopholes that one such as myself may have information on. I can make sure you get the right quests, get the freedom you want, even a very powerful wyvern when it comes time for your bonding. My father, of course, it's very powerful.
Grem, wasn't it?
Yes.
And at this stage, Dullahan is leaning kind of right, whispering into his ear. Get fucked. And he's just gonna sucker punch him in the guts.
Oh.
He's literally just going to, yeah.
Roll me an attack at advantage, please. Not prepared for that.
Sorry. Okay. Sorry, at advantage. Rolled that the wrong way. Throw that again. That's a dirty 20.
Roll damage, please.
Okay. It's just 4. I just do 4 bludgeoning. Yeah, just 4 bludgeoning damage
and
straight
roll
away.
a d4. The day's not over yet.
Okay. Whoops.
That inner rage comes out. So 6 points of damage. So you go ahead and get close, and he leans in. You just punch him square in the gut. He goes, "How dare you! All you MGUs are alike. I will see. You will rue the day that you've crossed me. You will rue the day you made an enemy out of a meter." He turns around and storms off, holding his stomach.
Graham, he's just gonna call out after him.
Oh, he goes, turns around. What?
The House of Zen sends its regards, and he just.
And he storms off, continuing.
Oh, I don't know if I've just done something politically I shouldn't have done there, but we'll figure that out afterwards.
There's like a person walking by. He kind of goes, "Out of the way!" and pushes him down the ground as he storms his way out.
Yeah, he's just gonna look around to see if no one's gonna come over and give out to him for that, and he's just gonna continue on his way, just kind of like muttering, "What a prick," under his breath.
Yeah, no one does anything. If anything, anyone who notices goes, "Eh," they kind of nod as you go ahead and make your way out of that room, down the hallway, and approach the doorway that leads to your war room. Stick up your hand, it forms the door like it did before, opening it up as you enter in there once again. Empty, as everyone else, I'm assuming, has gone to bed.
Very much sleepland.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Sleepy boy.
And Dullahan, you can head to bed, walking into the dormitories if you so choose, if there's nothing else you wish to do.
Yeah, he's just gonna leave the quest on the table, like under a glass or something to kind of keep it there, and then he's gonna head to bed as well.
Okay. So, as you all have experienced hell and back, literally, you have go to sleep, slumbering, hoping that the next day brings something better than the Infinite Corridor. And with that, we will end tonight's session.
Woo! Oh my goodness, what a crazy battle.
Well, yeah.
Woo!
Ooh, that was quite good job, everyone. Great art.
Yeah.
Man, I love that. I feel like, did I just make Draco Malfoy?
Yes,
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's exactly what you did.
Very good.
Whoops. Not my intention, but that's what it's going to be now. Grim meter. All right. But with that being said, thanks so much, everyone. Thanks, everyone, for coming. Before we go, we like to do what we love to do at the end of our sessions, which is go over our social stars and wishes. So, if you don't mind, we'll start off this time with Declan. Give us your socials and who you want to give your star, who gave you the ooh-ah-ahs, the life, and your wish for the next few sessions.
Yeah, socials are mainly on Twitter because we can't get threads over here in the EU. Yay! But you can find me at the Dova Queen, and that's Queen with 2 3s. That's just confusing. But my why is it impossible to give stars every session? I really want to give it to Sully for combat, but I think I'm going to give it to Zendaric for pushing back on Dullahan. Like, it's that weird, it's that weird mom energy that Dullahan needs, but really, really just rubs him up the wrong way. So yeah, that's where the stars are going. Wish is that people don't hate Dullahan for lying. Can't wait to deal with that.
Oh my goodness. Well, that is one for Zendaric. And we'll see people hate you. I was not expecting you just to grab up and but I can't wait to see the aftermath of that. So, up next, Travis, mind giving us your social stars and wishes?
Sure. It's OMG, it's Travi on Twitter until we get some of them threads or blue skies. And you can also find me here on A Tale of Two 20s. I run the Radiant Citadel, and we are coming back to life for our season 2 arc starting tomorrow. So catch us here at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And my star will go to I don't know. I guess I'll give it to Rachel. So I think she had a few cute one-liners, and we also worked out a little plan. She let me fling her across the map, or let me throw them across the map, and also so graciously corrected me for my mistakes. Appreciate that.
It's all good.
So that was cute and fun. And my wish for next time is to I don't know, dig into this a little bit more, maybe go on I feel like we need to leave the school. There's a lot of tension, a lot of energy on the school. So my wish is like we take this quest somehow, work through the lies, and accept this quest and leave this place of negative energy to try again.
Fantastic. I'm for it too. I'm ready for y'all to leave the school too. But awesome. All right. And up next, Rachel, social stars and wishes.
Yes, please follow me on the internet under the name I am Rachel Quirky. Instagram. I got Threads, I guess. Here we are. Fun. But that's I am Rachel Quirky. Wherever social media ends up landing, I'll probably be over there. So good on ya. And good on me for having the same name everywhere. My star is going to Travis for using the vortex to drop a Drake into some freaking acid. I literally gave it my star from last week. I have to give it to Travis today. And my wish is for Dullahan to love us. I want him to love us so much. I want it so badly for me. I don't know where ink is on it, but that's my personal wish as someone who is enjoying this story as it's being told.
Fantastic. I also can't wait. I thought that was a good little move forward with him not giving it to Grim Meter's tauntings.
Yeah, and turning uninvisible when Ink got hurt. I died a little.
Yeah.
Can I also give a star today?
Everybody gets one.
Everyone gets a star. Everybody gets a star today. We're all stars today.
Yay!
Awesome. And last but certainly not least, Zektown, where can we find you? Stars and wishes.
You can find me over on any of the social media platforms at Zektown. I too have cultivated a single name for all the platforms. Fortunately, there aren't too many clone accounts yet of me. One day, fam, we'll get there.
Yeah, you'll know
But-
you made it when
Yeah.
clones come.
Yes. Travis, by the way, you can just make a Threads account from your Instagram. That's it. No
Oh,
invite
really?
necessary.
Oh, cool.
And
Okay.
but you can find me on there. I've been threading the needle, I guess you could call it. Yeah. But my star, I have to say, goes to Travis for the clever use of combat shenanigans. I always love combat shenanigans when they aren't just like going up to the thing and slashing at it. I say that because I do that all the time, and I like to see ingenious things that other people are doing. And also for the RP with Dullahan Declan today. I feel like Dullahan is a very tough nut that we are going to crack soon. And I feel like that leads into my wish, which is going to be to give us some impetus as a group to have a new direction so that way we're not pointed at each other so much. I feel like, with the funeral and everything, we've kind of just been like, in the middle of the ocean, and I feel like we're ready for a solid breeze to take us somewhere where we need to go. So I feel like that's going to bring us all together, and that's my wish.
Awesome. So, by my count, that is 3. Definitely most of the votes to Travis, who plays Indaric. So awesome. So Travis, go ahead and knock off that you have one of those stars, and of course you can use this on any roll that is rolled. You can have it roll at disadvantage, at advantage, or you can re-roll a roll without seeing the.
Let me just tell you,
results.
this inspiration is now, thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you so much, everyone. It is now being banked because I need to spend an inspiration to like revive myself for my destiny. So this one will be for emergencies only. This is my lifeline inspiration now.
Yeah, exactly. And keep in mind, you can use these inspirations to fuel your destiny stuff as well, but you'll get them as your destiny goes. So as Dullahan defeats whatever monsters are tied to his destiny, but we're going to definitely figure that out soon, or Ink does, I believe, what was it? Just anything chaotic and subterfuge? Same thing with
Who knows?
Sully.
Chaos.
And of course, if Zendaric does anything poor, I almost gave it to you with all the what do you call the thing, silvery barbs, since that's kind of like a portent you were seeing and all that. Almost did, but not quite. But yeah, definitely. Though up there, when you do that, you'll get your inspiration, but you can use them to activate those abilities, as well as you'll be receiving more abilities next time. So that will be part of my meta moment. And the last part of my meta moment is to answer what seems like your wishes. That definitely, I mean, school in terms of, oh, my voice just cracked there. School. I'm going to school.
Cool.
But the classes don't have to continue. You now have a quest that you've taken. If you don't complete this quest, you'll see what happens to you. But you now have a quest, and now you can easily leave and the university to go and see the rest of the world. And Dullahan made some really great points, so I love his point of view of like, these people are charging, this kind of whole thing, because like, yeah, it's still a service, but we'll have to explore that as we continue the story. That being said, this of course was A Tale of D20's Descent to the Void Campaign 2. Thank you to our wonderful sponsors, Level Up Advanced 5th Edition. Of course, you can get all the cool things that we did with Destiny, and Sully introduced new combat mechanics in his maneuvers, and you can catch all that at a5e.tools, including all the other cool things you're going to get. And then, of course, Fantasy Grounds, which you showed that we were able to pull up a map and all that cool lava wobbly thing and flowing, all due to Fantasy Grounds. So you can check them out at the link below or fantasygrounds.com. All music was provided by A Tale of D20's original soundtrack, Dark Fantasy Studios, and Jan Rosa. So, with that being said, why don't we get a raid going and spread this love? Looks like RPG Clinic again. I love watching them. They really got into the Avatar Legends, and it is fantastic. I'm not current, but I will be on the next episode. So we want to be giving them a quick raid and get that started. So from the first chapter to the last page, be kind to one another, spread love, and we will see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.